I'm not doing this because I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been quacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fargan ice holes like yourselves.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the Diggs in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, my God. There's 100 morons in my basement.
It's you, Larry.
Lollygaggers. Diamond dogs have struck again.
No, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas, looking for strippers and cocaine.
1, 2, 3, Benchwarmers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
Basement Benchwarmers Podcast back indoors after last week's successful outdoor show. We be outside tonight, but we are in Wisconsin, and last week at this time it was 82 degrees. Today it is 52. 7 days closer to the summer solstice. We're at 30 degrees cooler. So welcome to the state. Ed's dressed like he's going hunting for beaver. He's warm, looking warm.
I think I winged one today.
Well, he went to Eric's kid's graduation party, so he did.
Yeah. I got 2 phone numbers.
Yeah? Just you?
You want to hear the most uncomfortable conversation of the day there? So Eric's son is going to school for photography. Okay. And good young man, he's talking and he says, Ed's like, oh, you're going photography? Yeah. He goes, I want to do corporate photography. Ed's like, yeah, I'm in the nude stuff, but I don't have classes for that anywhere. And the kid just kept walking.
I didn't see him the rest of the day.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
He was looking it up.
Well, don't park the white van out front next time.
It said free candy on the side.
So anyway, we're here back for another week of entertainment. We'll be off next week, so we're going to get as much as possible tonight for 2 weeks worth of. So it'd be a 6-hour show tonight. So sleeping bags, I made room on the floor. The basement's getting redone.
I see.
Hopefully be done by, I don't know, Christmas. I don't know.
Are you getting plastic covers for those couches over there?
Probably with you guys around here.
Looks like your parents are dropping some money on this one.
Yeah, Dad got a promotion.
Oh, nice.
Boss said he's getting a promotion, so hopefully we get that pool we want.
Better not get the Jelly of the Month club.
Or my neighbor Glenn has to go get his boss for him. So.
Your neighbor's got a new pool, so we go jump in that.
Oh, we can. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we could. Too cold tonight, though.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, we'll start out this week how we started every week. How was your week? And we'll start with, we got Ed, Glenn, Tim, Willie, and myself, Scott, here tonight. But we'll start off like we start every week. How was your week, Ed?
Extremely busy.
Good.
Like Friday, I had a retirement party. I had a graduation party. Or no, that was a birthday party. Yesterday, I went to the Grateful Dead. Today, 2 graduation parties.
Wait, you went to the Dead yesterday and you're here to tell us?
I got home this morning.
How much acid did you do?
I didn't do any acid, but I did a lot of pot just on
just
being
osmosis?
in there. Yeah, it was. I think I slept almost all day today, and I think it was because I was high. I'm not even joking.
Probably.
I was. Oh my god. Yeah, I was riding back on the train, and there were some people standing next to us from and started talking to them, and she was in a podcast. She started talking about it, and she was the what was the name I said?
Horny women. Wing chicks.
Yeah, they're the wing chicks. They were the hot mess.
I have the text.
Yeah, I sent it to you. It's the hot mess happy hour.
Okay, there you go.
Out of Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got a similar type podcast, with ladies. Probably not as
they talk about WNBA,
and they probably not talking about trying to take naked pictures of high school kids. But I'm gonna guess. I'm just guessing. She seemed like a nice lady, you know. Yeah. So
did you listen to their podcast? No.
I listened for like 5 minutes of it. I didn't have much time today because I was sleeping the whole day from my contact buzz. The concert,
the podcast.
Oh, I only listened to 5 minutes, so it seemed decent.
All right.
So they do a lot. They badmouth Iowa State there, because they're Iowa.
You ever been to Iowa City?
No.
Oh, it's great.
Is it?
Yeah, like Madison, but like smaller and
more corn,
bigger chicks.
Oh, jeez. Road trip, Timmy.
Bigger ears too.
Timmy, you like driving?
Load the car and bring some pork rinds.
I'm in.
Glenn, how was your week?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Bag started on Wednesday. It's kind of a chill league compared to what you guys shoot in. I think that's
the buzzsaw known as Monday.
Yeah. But that even that league's getting kind of big. Jason made the comment that it used to be a relaxing evening on Wednesdays, and now it's getting pretty hectic. Not to the Monday level, but last night I went to the Milwaukee Milkmen game. First time I've been there. It's a really cool facility up in Franklin. We left at the bottom of the 7th because, like you said, that temperature change 10 degrees since the game started, and we weren't prepared for that. But they did end up winning with a walk-off, 2 outs, walk-off the bottom of the 9th. So
Nice.
I mean, it's decent baseball. It's a notch above the Kingfish.
So it's independent league.
It's independent league, and I think when I looked on their website, there's 2 former Milkmen currently in the MLB. So you got talent coming through there. It was good.
I was one time I was away for work in New Jersey, I believe, and I was in a bathroom and there was reading material.
Here we go again.
And it was and it was a program of their independent team. And this is after the guy retired, but he was on this team. Jose Canseco was playing on an independent team in New Jersey. Yeah. So it's the same concept as the independent. It's a nice stadium.
Yeah.
Nice,
beautiful
stadium.
area.
Beautiful stadium.
Yeah, like the St. Paul Saints, right, at one time.
Yep.
Well, just across the border. Canseco was involved with that team. They were trying to
Schaumburg Bombers.
Oh, the one that Kevin Costner started.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah, the stadium. He built like a high school stadium.
If you build it, nobody will show up.
Yeah, right behind that CVS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the north side of Zion. So what do you expect?
Dude, it's a dump. That place was a dump.
Well, it's a nice area though, but the stadium was terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I've seen better high school stadiums.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
It was weird.
But Canseco was the player manager of that team, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was of that team.
I thought it was.
I thought he was.
He might have been on the Schaumburg one, but this wasn't Schaumburg. This was
The Flyers.
They were called something. What were they called? The one across the border here,
Lake County,
North
That was the
Northwoods
Northwoods League.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's Lake County.
But they were supposed to be not independent. They were supposed to be like single A at one point.
Right.
I thought they were trying, but maybe that's why he dumped out too, because they couldn't get it.
Right.
Because he's a huge baseball guy, Costner. But it was weird that he picked here. Because I don't think he has any affiliation with this area, Illinois, at all. It was just kind of odd. He must have got some guy to invest in it and didn't work out. I don't know.
Maybe he got free land,
Yeah, I mean, maybe a tax break. There was nothing there.
Right.
I mean,
Were they the Lake County Fielders?
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Yep, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, maybe Canseco. I don't know. But yeah, the same. But Milkman Stadium is beautiful.
I'm going to guess this one had Ozzie Canseco, Jose's his twin brother.
The one that didn't do steroids?
Yeah. Oh, he did steroids too. I met Ozzie many times.
Yeah.
I used to talk to him all the time, and yeah, he's something else. he was like he was the pitching brother,
right?
And then when he got drafted by the Yankees, then he got dumped, and then he got picked up by the A's, and they turned him into an outfielder, DH type guy. Right. I kind of felt bad for him because his brothers, that was like in 86, 87. His brother's just coming off of a MVP season, and 40-40. Or his brother was 86 Rookie of the Year,
right? And
then I think it was 88 MVP. I think it was. Or was it 87? It was 88.
88.
Yeah, so this is probably 88, right off after his brother's MVP. Right. And I saw him here in Kenosha many times. And I always hung out at the park, so I talked to him many times. And then I was playing ball down in Orlando, and he just happened to be in town, so he remembered me. So we talked a little bit there. But he was working his way up and.
Oh, he made it, didn't he? He made the show.
He might have. I don't know.
I think he did.
Ricky Henderson played independent league as well.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Newark team.
Yeah, Ricky.
No, it was Ricky Henderson. I saw the name of the bathroom.
Yeah, Newark.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh,
Newark.
yeah. Ricky played.
That's what
forever.
I saw. Yeah, Ricky. Yeah, Ricky. Tell you, he played. Ricky played forever.
2003, 2004.
That's what he said too.
Yeah.
Ricky plays forever.
But Canseco did play independent ball too.
Yeah. Tim, how was your week?
My week was good. Like Glenn said, bag started on Monday. I missed Naked John at first in his Speedo, but ended up getting a picture of him, much to the delight of everybody on Facebook.
So Naked John, can you explain that one a little bit?
So Naked John is this player in our Monday Night Bags League. The first year that we played, like 4 or 5 years ago, his team lost a bet, and him and his partner had to play the whole season in Speedos. And
you have to be pretty comfortable in your body for that, huh?
Well, yeah, he is very comfortable in his body. So see the evolution of Naked John's body in the last 4 years. So
it's some ups and downs.
Yeah.
And then so they liked it so much they haven't stopped wearing them. So Naked John hasn't. So I think it's funny his name's actually Naked John. He likes to wear Speedos. But anyway.
Yeah, what's with the Speedo? He's kind of letting me down there.
Yeah,
I don't know. Wilson loves it when he wears the blue jean Speedos, though.
Oh, yeah, they're hot.
Like Daisy Dukes type
His
ones.
tag's always hanging out. I have to
Yeah,
tuck it in
my-
for him.
Yeah, my cell is
Tag.
Yeah.
You push in his stool for him too.
Yeah, I actually broke 90 yesterday golfing, so that was the first time this year. So that
Then he
was-
went to the back nine.
No, yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. I'm just kidding. Where'd you shoot?
Shot at Prairie Woods in beautiful Avalon, Wisconsin. Which
I've never been there.
Yeah, we'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, we have coupons yet, so
Oh, let me know.
yeah, absolutely.
Huh.
So 44, 45, putted really well, so that's why I shot really. I didn't 3-putt any holes.
Oh,
so-
good for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks.
Good approach shots, and
Thanks.
right.
I didn't hit a 72 footer, but
Oh boy, yeah,
Oh, Willie.
yeah. I can. It's kind of like almost the same thing. Got little bags in on Monday, which is awesome, and then
Then he was lost on a silver alert, but we found him by.
Tuesday I was lost. Wednesday they found me at the golf course. So
Thursday we lost him again.
Friday they found me at my house.
With a bowl of tapioca.
Yeah, these put
No.
my.
Actually, Willie had some really good hot sausage Friday night.
Oh yeah,
Must have text on club. I didn't get that this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get it. It's
thought
weird.
you were out of town.
That's right. I
I was in town. I
Didn't-
didn't get it either.
No,
Glenn
I
didn't
didn't.
either.
None of us did.
No.
didn't get it till like 2:00 Friday. So
Right.
Well, there was only enough sausage for a few guys.
That's right.
Yeah, I get
late,
it.
late.
I make enough for everybody when I invite people over.
Yeah, me too. You know,
Yeah.
Jared knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring for everybody.
hot sausage. Check it and see.
Don't change the subject.
He probably would have just left us there anyways. We'd had to walk home.
but I didn't.
Hey, there's club on Friday. I won't be there, but you guys can show up.
At the Moors.
Yeah. No sausage this week.
Matt ate it all. I'm sorry. That's out loud. I'm sorry.
My week, I didn't have sausage. But played bags on Monday. Was in a golf outing on Wednesday.
How was that?
Good. We had a good time. We shot 10 under. It was only 3 of us. We actually played pretty well. We ended up tying for second, but then the tiebreaker was a hole, and we ended up in third because they birdied. We parted, so we didn't bogey any holes. We shot 10 under, and we didn't get our first birdie till the 8th hole.
Really?
So we shot really well. We shot really, really well. So it was we had fun. Good time. Old railroad guy I've known for a few years. Golfed with him, and then also we all know a friend of the show, Shotty. He also golfed with us too. And our 4th, they didn't have one. It was weird how they set up. It was a terrible outing how they set it, but we had a good time.
Where?
Lake Lawn Lodge, Hidden
Oh, yeah, that's right,
Oaks,
Delvin.
Hidden Oaks or Majestic Oaks. I'm
Right.
sorry, not a bad course.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's not. Yeah, it's
Up there.
yeah, it's a nice course. So nice
Seem-
along the lake right there.
It
you
seems
have
like
couple
there's a bunch of construction there right now going on.
yeah, they're doing the roads, but we went around Lake. No, on the way home I went through Lake Geneva. So yeah, they were like building buildings and stuff.
Yeah, like off of Lake Lawn right there.
oh yeah, they're doing. It was like that last year. They're supposed
Condos or something.
they're supposed to be building something because they moved the tee box up and the
Yep.
tee,
That's-
you can actually drive the hole almost. I can't, but some guys can. And yeah, they're supposed to be putting like I don't know if they're putting like cabins and stuff, but it's
Yeah.
been like that for like a year now. They haven't done nothing. It's
They
weird.
look like cabins
Yeah.
or cabin condo type things. Yeah.
So it looks like a good idea if they ever finish it.
Yeah, you look over the golf course and it's a slope down and you can
Mhm.
see the lake.
Yeah.
Look pretty cool, but
So yeah, that was my week, and then I didn't go to club. I wasn't invited. But this weekend I don't know what I did. Did I do anything?
went to a graduation party today.
Yeah, I went to a graduation for Eric, bench warmer. Had his son graduated from high school, so was there for a few minutes and came here. So this week's show, we're going to talk about good, bad, and ugly, like we always do. Also, a little bit of a wild card. Told guys to bring some topics to talk about, whatever we'll bring up. But we are going to talk about maybe possible landing spots for Delvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins. And I think that's all we have planned out. But I'm sure stuff will come up as the night goes on. The finals and the NHL and NBA on the cusp of finishing, I believe, with Denver and Las Vegas will be finishing out in the next couple of days. So,
And we'll be just
Denver and who?
Las Vegas. So for hockey,
Florida?
no,
Florida ain't winning that.
No.
Yeah.
Did you say Denver and
Las
and
Vegas.
Miami?
You said
Oh.
Las Vegas.
I said Las Vegas.
Oh, okay, I missed.
No,
that.
Denver winning and NBA and
Oh, yeah,
Las
yeah,
Vegas.
yeah,
I didn't mean
yeah,
playing
sorry.
each other.
Gotcha.
I meant they're going to win their
Might be more interesting if
respect.
they did.
Yeah, that'd be
Right.
cool. That'd be cool.
The Aces beat that'd be awesome. If they,
Yeah.
Huh?
Have them play a golf match for the championship then.
So who do you
That
want-
would be awesome.
who wants to start tonight? Good, bad, and the ugly. Willie, you want to start, and you can pick what you want to start with.
Let's start with. I gotta find my notes.
Okay, fine. I'll start.
All right, you start.
I want to start with the ugly because
Awesome.
I got one because I'm sure someone has this, but I want it for
right.
maybe they don't. Our friend Conor McGregor, friend of the show,
Oh yes.
beat the crap out of the mascot, Bernie, the Heat mascot. Bernie spelled Burnie.
Oh, feel the burn.
Clever. He punched him once, and I think he really let him out. Then he gave him another punch in the like when he was laying on the ground. Like I think he guy had to go to the emergency room.
Mhm.
So I don't know what's going to come of this. I mean, they invited him to do it, so I guess can he get in trouble? But they said he was only supposed to do it once, and like wasn't supposed to be like like just almost like so I think Conor McGregor went a little too far. We'll see. But yeah,
It's so weird because he's never went too far in his life.
Right. You know why he was out there. He's a new product. He's a sponsor of the Heat.
oh, yeah.
So way to pitch your product like injuring somebody.
Do you think possibly this could be a publicity ploy?
No.
You don't think so? You
No,
think
I
he's
think
just
he really got
psycho?
hurt.
If you watch the
Yeah.
replay,
Yeah.
the guy was out. I think out, and he
So-
hit him again in the face, like square in the the snout of the thing.
Yeah.
I think he hit him in the face again on the ground.
So you think like Russell Simons will be or who was that guy who hit the guy with the baseball
The
bat?
Pittsburgh Pirate player.
Randall Simon.
Randall Simon, yeah.
Simons,
That was funny.
Well, I think
Yeah, but he might be the new one.
if I would have been that Bernie, I would have been wearing headgear
Right.
just because that guy's a wild.
Well, if I would
card.
have been Bernie, I would have been, who the hell hired Conor McGregor to hit me?
Hey,
Wouldn't you ask?
Who
What did I
hired
do?
what's his name to tackle the
Yeah.
kingfish?
That was awesome.
oh yes,
I forget who's that kid too. It was somebody we know.
that was my picture on Facebook for months. That was great. The helmet, the hat flying off,
Yeah.
and Dylan smiling. Look at me.
You said McGregor's part owner of the Heat now?
No, he's got some new product that he was.
Was it his booze?
Yeah, it's his cooling pain relief spray.
There.
Oh,
Yeah.
see,
Oh, you want to spray in the guy's face
Yeah.
after? See,
Ah,
it
maybe-
works.
yeah,
it
exactly.
works.
Yeah.
fixed a broken neck. Look at that.
I'd imagine that dude had to sign a release because all the shit Connor has been through already. Did you? He has that 4-parter on Netflix is pretty good about him.
Yeah, you were saying someone else said
Yeah.
that too, or no?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
no.
someone. Yeah, you were telling me
It's
that. Yeah.
pretty good.
It wasn't a woman in there, was it? I don't know.
He
Did
didn't
they
need a
say who?
woman.
No,
What are you alluding to here?
no. In the thing.
No, it was a guy. It was a man. a boy.
Why,
I wonder why.
I want to say one thing. Bango would have whooped his ass.
Oh, yeah.
Just so we know that. So.
We were talking
Imagine
about
if
that.
it was the chicken.
Ooh, the chicken would have put his
oh,
got
Ted,
him.
Oh, yeah.
or the
Ted,
the
you ever-
gorilla.
You ever meet Ted? That
Or
guy,
the Philly fanatic.
chicken. I can't remember. It's like Ted Kersinski
yeah,
or
Sons.
Right.
Ted
Ted Sons gorilla.
Karaczynski or something.
Right.
Well, that's
He's a nice guy.
that's
but he's weird.
that's going to be write that down. Remind me. That's going to be a snake draft. Best mascots.
There you go.
We might have did it before. Let's do it again though.
I think we have.
We'll do it again.
Yeah, we've had a lot of shows. We could do it. We could just keep doing shit every couple weeks. And
We're
nobody.
going to start doing numbers again.
No one.
Yeah.
Hey, no one remembers.
Willie doesn't for sure.
Willie's got his stack of paper
Shit,
receipts.
they
Just go
remake
back.
movies every 3 years.
I'm going to prove Willie.
Right, we're like Hollywood.
I'm going to prove Willie to remember because we're going to go Ed for this, and Willie's going to use the mascot as his ugly too. Watch. Okay, who's up now? You we'll go this way.
You want me to do it?
Oh, we go this way. Doesn't matter. Yeah. You do your ugly.
My
Willie
ugly.
always goes first. Willie's last tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
He don't care.
My
Where am I?
ugly is the last week was the anniversary of that 1989 Tiananmen Square massacre in China. You guys remember that? It was a peaceful protest where 250,000 troops opened fire on 1 million protesters. Official Chinese reports claim 241 protesters died of the more than 10,000 that were actually killed. The other 9,800 dead protesters remain missing to this day. 40 years later, any mention of the massacre will get you 3 years in prison. So, that's my ugly.
God bless America.
Okay. Yeah. Says Brittany Griner now.
Whoa. Oh, she got chased.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
they-
in the
Yeah, chased
airport.
down.
Yeah.
Hey. That's one of my.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was setting them
I
up.
mean, it is my bad, but
I was setting them up here.
You're ugly.
no, my ugly was the way the Panthers fans reacted last night when the Vegas Knights won. They were throwing bottles and trash at the Knights
There's
players.
a melee at the end of the game. I think they were reacting more to that.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I just thought it wasn't classy.
All right.
No, that was a big fight. Yeah, at the end of
Yeah.
the game. Yeah, but you shouldn't do it anyway. I agree with you.
Right.
Right. I agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's with the rubber rats? There's got to be some meaning behind why they bring rubber rats to a hockey game.
Why do they have octopus in Detroit?
There's a
took-
reason for the octopus.
Because it took 8 games doing the Stanley Cup.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
gonna
why
look
they're
up the rats.
Okay. My turn.
That's
That
usually.
was a song by Pearl Jam.
I was going to say it's
Terrible song.
What rubber rat?
It's
rat.
rats.
yeah.
Right.
In Union.
And that's a great album too.
It's Rearview Mirror, right?
I thought it was Vitology.
Oh, no.
Uh,
Not
uh,
Rearview Mirror. Don't want the dog or whatever on front.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Let me look in the pile here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there is over there.
I
Probably.
did see a Tesla CD in there. Though. I'm pretty impressed with that.
You'd be very. We go there. We're very impressed.
Oh,
In
yeah, I would be.
construction, the rat is your rat, your scab.
Like union.
Yeah, union thing. So the union guys
Well, I can't
bully you by bringing a big rat to a blow up rat.
Have you guys ever been to a game in your life and thought of throwing something on the field or on the ice or on the court ever in your life?
Just
Yeah.
the hat for the hat.
Just a
trick.
hat for the
Yeah,
hat.
yeah.
trick,
But besides that, like just to be, if it's okay, let's say if it's not, you're just gonna throw your beer on the field. Or
I've been to a wrestling event where like the
We're talking real sports.
Jesus
I'm just
Christ,
kidding. I'm
Glenn.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Glenn,
I agree, Glenn. It's like you go to the play and throw some guy on the stage.
But what about Cubs games? They throw the ball back, home run from the other team.
But that's not.
That's not a 4-0.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like taking your beer, throwing.
right.
It's weird.
I agree.
You
It's
throw your,
weird.
throw your beer when they make a putt on the 17th, right?
I don't know. That's beer's expensive.
Yeah.
Last night at the Dead Show, we're sitting there. Amber's just sitting. All of a sudden, beer comes down from the upper deck. We were right on the edge of the upper deck. Some hippie dumped his beer off.
I don't think he dumped it. I'm sure he passed out. And
Yeah.
out of his hand.
I'm like, you got to be shitting me, and she's the one that gets hit with it. You know,
You
I'm
were
like,
so
I would have
upset.
turned my head up. You know,
Oh yeah.
I looked good at that when he went like this. Did you see it?
The Arizona Cardinals. They are.
a missile coming in.
The Arizona Cardinals are underdogs in.
So that's a.
So yeah, Arizona Cardinals. That's
Oof.
my ugly.
Maybe I should. Fantasy league.
My ugly is the women's. Not this last weekend, but the weekend before.
Shake it off. That's why you shake it off.
Apparently, the bathroom attendant said it was a rough weekend because what the women that went to the Taylor Swift concert, they wore Depends.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
So
What?
so they
So you have to go to the bathroom.
So they have to go to the bathroom.
Who
So
would think of that?
I would. It's a great idea. I'm going to do that for Bear games from now on. Why
Oh.
wouldn't you?
I'm not peeing in my pants.
I am.
anymore.
hey, you're nice and
Not
warm.
on purpose.
Don't knock it.
What'd you say?
I said anymore. He goes, well, on purpose.
I'm not gonna do it on purpose. Oh, yeah.
And you'll hold it for a while. He's like, you can see him being all antsy. And all of a sudden, you see a sense of relief over.
Yeah. Oh, there's a guy like next to me at the concert. He was like wasted. He was an old man, and he's like sitting down, like kind of leaning back. And then there was a smell that came out. We all turned and looked at him.
He shit his
Like,
pants.
I don't know. He might have.
So what happened at
Yeah,
so
go
So,
ahead.
anyways, all these women wore like Depends or things like that, so they wouldn't miss a song of Taylor Swift. So they didn't have to walk away. So
Well,
they would just sit there.
Do you know why?
She was like a 4-hour show here, or a 3.5. It's insane.
And she doesn't play the same set list at any concert. So
I give her credit.
So do I.
I
So
do.
it's essentially a Grateful Dead show or one of those jam bands. She's
Well,
playing
Pearl Jam's the same way.
every show's different, which it should be.
And these women wore them underneath their glittery dresses and whatever, their bibbed overalls or whatever.
So
they were.
what was
wearing-
were the bathrooms? They just were dumping their Depends
Oh
on the
hell
floor.
yeah! As soon as
So
they got out of there, they go to the bathroom. And there was an overflow.
So you're single. Meet one of these girls in the old. You ever see the movie with Jack Black and what's it? Jack Black, Gwyneth Paltrow, Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal.
You meet one of those girls and you pull those bad boys off and go, "Get over here, Houdini." They're all so weapon heavy.
So were they
Sorry.
flushing them?
Yeah, what was the
No, they're just
piling them in the garbage?
Pile them in the garbage. There's like,
So there's
an
like
overflow.
tampons and Depends.
It reminds
Girls
me of
are
a,
gross,
reminds
man.
me of a previous show where Ed just talked about the shit flowing down Soldier
Ooh.
Field stairs.
I see. I'm like Nostradamus. I predicted that. I'm Edmund Casey over here.
So that was your
Oh.
ugly. It's good ugly.
Thank you.
Heard you did a great show. Did you see Aaron Rodgers dancing to her in a video? He's dancing. He went to the concert. He's dancing with his beer, singing. He's
Well, he
like,
could afford the
So
tickets.
isn't he dating like a 21-year-old or something?
it might be.
that.
It look, I couldn't tell the girl next to him. It was the girl from the Bucks. I couldn't tell. Did you see the video?
No.
She looks really young,
mean,
anyways.
I'm not making.
She
I just
is.
think it's funny because
Yeah, good for him.
I don't care. Good for him. It's a good. I after hearing the stories, I guess it sounds weird. I wouldn't mind seeing her just to see the show.
I've seen Mallory, right? Mallory's her name?
No, I mean
No, Taylor.
Swift.
Oh, Taylor Swift?
But there was a picture of like she has like 57 like trucks.
Yeah.
Semis.
Yes.
That pulls the show around the country.
Jesus.
Right.
That's gonna be like a $5 million show a night. So you know how much she's making.
Oh,
Yeah.
tons.
That's why it's like
She's not making bench warmer money, but she's making
She'll be up
She's
to her.
making bench warmer money.
You know,
She is.
You know, what? One day. No offense, Jenny, but I'll date her if
you know who she's
It
dating.
doesn't
You know who
work
she's going out with right now.
Oh, I saw this.
not John
from-
Mayer.
Kid
'Cause-
from the Lakers.
Yeah, Austin Reeves.
Yes.
The rumor is. Yeah.
oh, good for her.
Big country.
Do you see the dating couple right now?
Oh, Bill Murray?
Bill Murray
Kellis.
and Khalees.
Khalees, yeah.
My boyfriend brings all the boys. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. That
Yeah.
chick, she's like 42. She's dating Bill Murray.
She did a
77.
commercial during the Super
Career.
Bowl.
Yeah. Good
She-
for Bill Murray.
She's career.
Yeah.
She's going to inherit all that money. He's
Yeah.
almost dead now.
All the Caddyshack money?
All that Caddyshack.
Actually, all the
and
Bill,
and
all the
Ghostbusters
Bill
money.
Murray. Have you seen Bill Murray golf stuff?
He has restaurants too.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
through Chive.
What are the restaurants called? Murray Brothers?
Murray Brothers.
Right down there in Rosemont.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta try it sometime.
Let's do it.
Road trip.
So
I'll drive.
my bad, and I guess I'm gonna bring it up, and we can talk about it later. I guess I shouldn't. I don't know if I should. I feel bad bringing it up, but my bad is the PGA, and well, we could talk about it because I guess this
Yeah,
could
let's
be,
do it.
yeah, I'll bring. You know what? That'll be my bad, but let's talk about this when we're done.
Right.
Let's talk about the PGA after this. So let's just talk about the live and all that. Let's bring it up after. So let's move on to something new. We'll talk so we can get through all of everybody's good, bad, and ugly. So Ed, you're bad. But my bad is going to be PGA. I guess we can all say that probably.
Okay.
Nah, yeah, go ahead.
And my bad was Harvard University and University of Michigan prodigy. University of Michigan. Ted Kaczynski killed himself in prison the other day.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Known for years by his hoodie and sunglasses sketch
And Playboy.
and the
And
moniker
Playboy,
the Unabomber.
right?
The Unabomber, yeah.
Yep, killed 3 and wounded 23 in his career.
Did you know what UNA stood for?
No.
I don't either. I heard it, but I can't remember it now.
I
Let me
don't,
think
then
about
why'd
it.
you ask me?
Because I wanted to know if you knew it. It stood for where he
one?
Does it
bombed.
mean one bomber?
Yeah.
No, it was for where he bombed things at. Let me see. Look it up.
Yeah, he was against
look
like
it up,
tech.
you better.
He was the guy was a prodigy. Went to Harvard at 16.
He was against technology.
Technology.
He was against technology, but he was using technology to make bombs to
Yeah.
blow people
Willie,
up.
I got
He's
it.
like typing it on his computer as manifesto.
Stands for University and Airline.
That's right. Yes. University bombings and airline bombings.
Okay.
Thank you, Sparky.
Hey, great show where Rob Lowe played him. It was a great. I think it was a TLC or something.
Was it good?
Oh, it was
Never
really
saw
good.
it, yeah.
Yeah, documentary on him.
Rob Lowe's a hunk.
You know how they caught him? I don't want to get off track, but by the way he wrote, because he was very meticulous writer, and there was a guy that was an editor for a newspaper.
No,
that,
it was his brother who called
Yeah,
him
his
out.
brother
called him
His
out.
brother
yes.
called him out
Yes.
on it. Yes.
Oh, I thought someone got a winning invitation and goes, "This is a save." He was right around outside.
and his biggest thing was he got pissed when he read people, or when he heard people say you can't have your cake and eat it too, because it's actually the right way to say it is you can't eat your cake and have it too. So that was one of the things. That,
So how did he die? He killed himself or just die of something?
He was 88.
Suicide. 81.
He killed himself?
Yeah.
Well, I would say he didn't get Hillaried, but it's too far gone to be part of that anymore. He just
Yeah.
probably just said, "I'm done with this."
Well, there's been many people this week that did get Hillaried. There's a couple whistleblowers that did.
Glenn, you're
Which I
bad.
shouldn't bring that up on this show. Luckily, nobody listens.
Yeah.
just for the record, that's Ed Bicky making this statement.
Social security number.
His he does not reflect the opinions of this show.
Yes.
Why is there like a black helicopter?
In my basement. Why is there a drone down here? The fuck?
So my bad is the WNBA and the Mercury making special accommodations now for Brittany Griner because her and her teammates were approached. They said like in an aggressive way by some guy that was just yelling things at her.
He's a TikTok provocateur.
I'm guessing he's
Provocateur, yeah.
Russian, so it's Russian collusion again to get her.
So she gets to fly on
Well,
private charter while
he-
everybody else has to fly.
He caught her in the chart. They've been charting all year. but they must have caught her walking to it or something. But they allowed her to charter. They've been letting them charter because of something with the whole. I don't know if she's not allowed to fly or something. So they had to charter it. So they get charters, but nobody WNBA gets charters for her team right now, and they've been fighting it for years.
Right.
So I got an idea. Just all you break a law in Russia, go to jail for 6 months, and you get charters when you come back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know why it's fair. She gets one.
Or maybe you should.
It's a weird. If you read the story, it was, unless I read it wrong, it was weird. So they're doing it because they're actually. You're right. They are making special for her team, but her team worked out. They all get a charter now. That's kind of sweet.
Well, and the WNBA is paying for it, whereas the team's not paying for it.
Yeah.
And they said she wasn't flying charter that day, and the team didn't specify why she didn't fly charter that day.
Oh, but they have charters for her, so maybe she decided.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, here's the bottom line. I think it's crappy the guy did it because she is just like I always say. My rule of thumb: if I ever saw someone out ever, and I'm not an autograph guy or anything like that. I'll be more of a selfie guy maybe now at this point.
An Ussie.
But Ussie. But if I saw like a star like out eating dinner, I wouldn't bother him or nothing.
Would you see if you saw a famous musician at a baseball stadium? Would you approach him for an autograph?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
I did that.
Oh yeah.
Who'd you see?
Billy Corgan.
Oh, at the Cubs game. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might see Bill Murray at Cubs game.
Did you say yeah?
Not a fan of you.
Okay.
He is. The guy's talented.
I saw what's his name?
Big
Graham
dude.
Elliott at the Cubs game.
Yeah.
Were you with me?
Yes.
We were all together.
Yes, we were all
Was it
together.
me and you going to the bathroom?
It was the
Yes.
Tigers game one.
Tigers game.
We were all
Yeah.
together. Graham Elliott, the chef. We were walking through. He's Chicago chef. Walking through. I'm like, hey, what's up? Shook his hand. How you been? Good.
He was in a Hawaiian
I didn't get a
shirt or
picture with
something.
him or nothing. I just, it's cool to, only person I ever really approached was Lovey Smith ever, and we were at a Cubs convention. He was in to get his car in the parking lot. I said, hey, can we get a picture? Sure. Got a picture with Jarrett, and it was that. But I felt fine because we're at a Cubs convention.
Right.
Or Bears convention. I'm sorry. So,
Yeah, he was super nice.
It's fair game.
Yeah, he's
I sat at a table with Andrew McCarthy from the Brat Pack.
really.
Didn't even mention that I knew who he was.
I heard he kept talking about like mannequins.
He was.
Actually, the girl with him was a mannequin. Awkward.
It was yeah, what's her name?
He said she kind of looked like the girl that was howling on Porky's.
I don't know. It's
Kim Cattrall.
Again, we were eating. I'm not going to,
Right.
jump in there. It's weird. I mean, he's some now he does Orange is the New Black was the last thing he was doing. So
You were saying Billy Corgan was a nice guy, though? He was cool?
super nice about
That's
it.
cool,
yeah.
then. Good,
Yeah.
good. I like guys like that. I mean, fine with that. I shouldn't say I don't like their music. Some stuff's okay. I can understand why people like him, and I'm fine with it.
that's part. I mean, that's part of your fame. These are your fans that are
As long as you're
paying
over-
for your lifestyle, essentially.
As long as you're not a psycho over aggressive with the person
Yeah.
Right.
and nuts, I would be like, hey,
Yeah, I was quite like I sat like 3 seats down and I said, hey, Mr. Corgan, would you please sign my baseball? And he's like, what's your name? And you wrote it out. I'm like, hey, I saw you in Milwaukee at the Eagles, and
Now, see, Tim's telling the story. Here's how it went. You signed my ball. I love you. Sign my ball. Sign my ball.
Will you smash my pumpkin?
so what?
my pumpkin.
Will you smash my pumpkin?
Yeah, and the security wasn't that rough. I mean,
It was my baseball.
I like turtles. I like pumpkins.
I like pumpkin.
I'm sorry, Tim.
That's a good story. Our story's way better, but
I
yeah.
am never sharing anything personal on this fucking pod again, ever. Fuck you guys.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck him.
Willie, you're bad.
Wait.
He's even done.
Tell a story.
I thought that was your bad.
Billy Corgan's is bad.
I'm fucking done. Fuck this place.
No, go ahead. You're bad. I'm sorry. Glenn, you got your
Sorry.
bad. I'm sidetracked. You said bad? Oh, yours was Brittany Griner. Okay, you're bad.
Oh, we're
I'm
still talking
sorry.
about. We haven't even finished the Brittany Griner thing. I don't think.
Wait, you done with Brittany Griner yet? I'm sorry.
Okay, good. Let's.
I don't know how we got off this tangent. How do we get from Brittany Griner to Billy Corgan?
You were talking about
approaching
approaching
celebrities.
celebrities.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Wow. Willie moderating?
She might be. She might be better looking than Billy
Tim.
Corgan.
Hey,
We're doing our own
talk
podcast.
amongst
Yeah,
yourselves.
Next week, smoking butts, and then we'll be
Yeah.
the
We're
smoking
not gonna
butt podcast.
We're not going to be the basement bench. We're just going to be the basement starters.
We're gonna offshoot and be back by the Saudis. Too soon. All right, my bad.
Sponsored by Live Tour.
My bad is the disarray state of the Kentucky men's basketball program. It seems like Coach Cal has been isolating himself from the boosters from the program, and there's concerns because he won't answer any of the boosters' calls. They can't get a hold of him. And
Jeez.
so
what happened? They tried to sign a black guy again, like way back in the day.
Well, now you can sign him now. It's legal.
Yeah,
Right.
whatever.
Well, and the whole thing is there's criticism because there hasn't been any portal transfers going to Kentucky.
Yeah, it's weird.
And one of the issues, I guess, is the NIL for Kentucky. So, Cal's been isolating himself from the program, and there's concerns. So
Yeah, I heard that Kentucky Fried Chicken backed out.
Yeah.
So
That's the coach that kind of call out. He tried to call out Dion on abusing the portal.
No, that was the guy from Pitt.
Yeah, Pitt. Yeah,
The Pitt coach did that. Yeah, I loved it. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. The portal's a mess right now.
Yeah, it is.
You say Coach Cal. I watched. I talked about it before, but you weren't here months ago. The Coach Cal. It was a 30 for 30 or some documentary on him. I think
Yeah, the
Coach
one
Cal.
yeah.
I think Coach Cal gets a bad rap. I think he's all about his players. I don't care how he gets them, but
Right.
he looks out because one guy wanted to come back. He's like, "You be an idiot coming back here. Go to the pros.
Right.
Don't come back here win a college championship. Go make your money." He told them straight out.
John Wall.
Yeah. Oh, right. But could have been Randall too. I don't know.
Could have been Randall, yeah.
But there was he done that a lot. A lot of guys come out and say he's one of the great, and even parent and all these people say he's a great guy to the kids. And you know what? I don't know how you get him, and I know we say it's crappy and blah blah. But if you're good to the kids and you treat them right and you do what you're supposed to,
Right.
that's all that matters.
That's
In
your
the
job.
in the end of the day, you make them in the men and make them go further. And that's all that matters.
Right. He keeps getting those kids. So, I mean, what does that tell you?
Yeah,
right.
he's got a record.
Those
I mean,
kids talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they recruit.
And
for
he
the-
hasn't won. I mean, he's won a few, but hasn't won as much as people think. Oh, he put this dream. They don't win all the time.
Right.
It'd be different. He won every single year. But okay, this is a joke. He don't win every year.
No,
But you know what?
If
They
he
get
kept those guys together for 3 years, he'd win.
Get to the pros, make
Yeah.
their money. That's what they're there for. To
Right.
to move on and be
Yeah.
Right.
citizens of the country and make money. And
I mean,
you know,
when you start looking at it, I mean, seriously, there's other colleges for going to 4 years and, learning, he's teaching these guys, come here. I'm going to teach you the right way to go to the pros pretty much. And
That's another topic.
create a job for you.
We can do like the best players to come out of Kentucky and make a team.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
In just recent times.
Right. The last 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. So that's my bad.
you're bad, Willie.
my bad is the sport washing of Saudi Arabia. That has to do with a little bit of the
Mhm.
live tour here, but about this, and you wonder, if this goes through. And Tim, you seem to think it won't go through, and I don't think it will because I think the Justice Department's going to get involved in this.
They're
Oh, yeah.
talking about it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
come
yeah.
up.
But I also think
That's my counterpoint to this whole thing.
right. So if this sport is going to happen, if it goes on with the sport, NFL is next in line, right?
No.
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of money there, and that was it called the PIF or whatever it is there. And
Mhm.
so, I mean,
Ooh,
I think you
I like that.
I have a counter to that. We can talk about that when we get into the
Yeah,
when we get into it, but
PG
hey,
level.
this is something to think about.
I,
But, yeah,
I understand what you're thinking, though. Absolutely.
But you're saying sport washing in general, like with all the
it's trying to
the
make everything right.
everything's Emirates on all the soccer jerseys,
Soccer.
and
Right.
they back everything now.
Yeah. Well, they have their own league now, don't they? Have Neymar?
No, Cristiano Ronaldo went to go
Ronaldo,
play there.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went to go play there.
So-
And Messi turned down like $1 billion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go play in Miami.
Yep.
And he's got the money. He can go where he wants.
Yeah,
to
but
go.
so they-
Miami's nice.
His deal in Miami is like for like part ownership and all kinds of
And the
stuff.
interesting story with that, the MLS pays that too, not just that team.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's
nuts.
gonna be good for a year for them, and it's gonna be like Beckman where it fizzled out after 16 months.
Yeah, you go see a game, you sell this out because people want to see Messi play, and then
Right.
Yeah, it's good for the
good for MLS.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's going to go down there to see him. And so one time we could all be sitting here. I saw Messi play.
Right.
I remember
why not?
I saw Pele play when he played for the Cosmos.
Right.
He
with
sold
the
out.
North American Soccer League.
Right. He was the same age.
Giorgio Chinaglia, and then
Right.
they had Franz Beckenbauer. All those guys.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
Nashville's got a nice stadium for their soccer team.
Yeah, yeah. So does it's a nice stadium too in Minneapolis.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was
Right on
gonna
the
say,
highway. It's really
Yep.
nice. It's really nice.
That's for women's, right?
Milwaukee's building one too.
And Milwaukee's building by Harley.
I believe it's for women's.
Because the
Yeah.
men had a team there. We went. No, it's a men's team.
Is it?
Because we went to. It could be both. Because we went to a men's game years ago
They're in
during
the
a soccer trip.
USL.
Yeah, we went to a men's game, and it was at Gopher Stadium at the time.
Okay.
But they had to build one. It might be for both, but I know that we saw a men's team play. We went up there for USA Cup for a kids soccer tournament,
Right.
and it was one of the outings they did. We went to
Firestone play at
Alliance
Stadium,
Field.
is that a men's or boys? I'm not.
It's coming up.
Wow. I don't know. Is it right on the highway? I mean, it's
Yeah.
right on the highway.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got that
I've seen it
cool,
before.
like,
Yeah.
quarter dome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool looking stadium.
right? Firestone play, right? At Toyota
They're
Stadium.
at Chicago now, back in Soldier Field.
Oh, really?
They moved because Bridgeport was way too far. I don't think they liked it down there. That's a great stadium too.
Yeah.
That's a great, but it's just so far.
Right.
It's like in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
It's weird.
Yeah, who put the money up to put it down there?
It's a great. I mean, it's a cool stadium, but it's just so far away. I
Don't
mean,
they have the red?
Red Stars? The
Red
women's,
Stars.
women's team still plays there, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah, yeah.
They do. Yep.
So my good, and I talked about it a minute ago, is the Nuggets and Knights on the verge of championships.
Nice.
So that's my good. If they don't win it, I guess my good's not going to be a bad then or ugly. But I'm going to bank on them. I think the Heat, great run, but I think
They're cashed.
Denver played not great the other night, and they
Right.
killed them.
Right.
It was Jokic played okay.
Right.
Jamal Murray had off night, and they still dominated
Yeah.
the game. And
Just
and
more
then Gordon
talent.
steps up and makes some plays and
Right.
has a great game.
Christian Braun.
Yeah. So I mean, I credit to the Heat, give him credit.
Yeah.
Good for Jokic getting this championship. Murray, I think they are kind of, and I like them because they ran me out of the Bucks a few years ago. They don't have a big. I mean, they have maybe the best player in basketball,
Right.
but the Bucks are the same way. They didn't have like this real. I mean, they have Middleton and but I think Murray's would be the second best player on the Bucks right now if you put him on the Bucks. Jamal
For
Murray
sure.
would no problem.
Right.
But I just think that remind me of the Bucks.
Right.
A couple years when they won, same kind of team, two guys doing their thing. I think it was Holiday and Giannis at the time. And don't get me wrong, Middleton had a couple good games, but
Right.
I think that's why I like them. They kind of the same thing. They built from the ground up. They didn't do anything crazy. Go grab,
They made smart
make a
trades.
dream team.
Right.
Their stars are guys.
Yeah, and
they
they-
homegrown
Right.
stars.
And they just made a trade in the NBA Finals to keep that pipeline going.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And now Drew Holiday obviously wasn't a guy from Milwaukee originally, but it was a small trade of a guy that made the sense for that team.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think it's maybe better for the Bucks to kind of do that same type of, we don't need Middleton, we don't need that third guy. It's just like a 2-man game. Go more to a 2-man game,
I think the problem
and
with
then
the Bucks
have a
right
bunch
now,
of supporting characters. Then
I think if you have the right two guys, you need to have, and this is, I'm sure it'd be like, well, duh. But you need to have great shooting along with those guys, and you have great defense behind them. You need to be able to do both. And the problem with the Bucks this last year was, and in their losses, their defense lets them down, and they can't shoot. I mean,
Right.
that's what happens.
The whole
I mean,
thing is, if they let go of Middleton, you got to keep Lopez.
right.
So you got to have
Well, no, you could go off and get some, say, like we were talking about Christian Wood or something like that. But
well, the rumor
would it be better to be instead of a 3-person, like trying to get that dream team type 3-man thing going just back like Denver has? That's a 2-man game. You watch them.
Right.
It's those two
Yeah,
players are
but-
the team.
but they have a team tailored to Joker's talent. They
Yeah, that's what I'm
slashes
saying.
and-
But
right.
do you think the Bucks maybe do that with Drew Holiday? Is maybe have him work more with Giannis's talent, actually work together? It doesn't, to me, it doesn't. And I'm not a big basketball guy. It doesn't
Right.
look like they meld good together at
But
times.
you have to have a smart basketball player to have that.
That's what I mean.
So I'm not saying Giannis isn't a smart player. He's a different player than Jokic is. I mean,
But do you think those two are good enough and smart enough to work
Yeah.
on something similar?
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
who him and Holiday?
Yeah, Holiday and him more just like two. Holiday plays great when Giannis isn't in.
I think Holiday's very good, and I think he's one of the main reasons they won years ago.
Absolutely.
Not even close.
Right.
But I do not think
He's Jamal Murray.
no.
Okay.
Jamal Murray, how he's playing now is head and shoulders above what Drew Holiday played that year. They won
Okay.
the championship.
That's
And
what I'm asking.
Drew Holiday has had to knock on him too that he doesn't like to shoot sometimes. It's weird.
I
He just
agree.
decides not to shoot the ball. It's like open, and his offensive game, great defender.
Right.
But his offensive
And-
game isn't like
And
a
I've
Jamal
said
Murray.
and I've said that before is the Bucks don't have that guy that wants to take that last shot.
And like I
And
said,
Giannis isn't
Giannis
that
was
type of
scared to
guy.
have the ball because he might
Yeah.
have free throws in that one game. See, when they won,
Right.
he threw it like it was a hot potato, almost threw it out of bounds. They won. That's the only game they won.
Right.
He could have got, if he throws it out of bounds, he probably get swept.
Right.
I mean, it's insane. Have you ever seen Kobe Bryant? And like I said, if Eric was here, I'm sure he'd argue with me at the end, but I've never seen Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Jokic, Doncic, any of those guys ever, if they would hold the ball, foul me. I'm taking these free throws. We're going home.
Right. Well, look at fucking Kobe. His rookie
Or
year is
Butler.
taking shots in the playoff series
Yeah.
as a 19-year-old
Yeah.
kid.
Butler too.
Right.
And Butler's a solid 3-4 shooter, but he's not like a guy
Right.
that,
No, but he
he's
wants the
solid.
ball in his hand and
Yeah.
when
Oh,
that
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
'cause
it's
he's Jimmy
the
fucking
Bucks.
Buckets.
The Bucks don't have that guy.
No,
And I said it.
Not
I
even
love
close.
Giannis. If he stays forever, I'm fine with it. I
Right.
think he's a great guy. He's going to work on his game, and I love it. I'm fine with it. I'm not going to say take it, whatever, but he leaves.
So is it worth it to keep Giannis and then get rid of Holiday and Middleton and try and replace them with a Murray type of guy?
yeah, but I mean,
Is that going to work?
they don't.
Because Giannis has a weird game. I mean, he's a get the ball at the top of the key and drive it all the way in and
Right.
and just dunk over people.
I mean,
Right.
to be honest, Giannis could probably have averaged probably two more assists a game if he had better shooters around him.
Agreed.
That's
Right.
Easily. So
I
he
mean,
could
think
actually
about-
be in Jokic territory with his numbers
right.
if he had better shooters around him.
I mean, you got Murray, you got Michael Porter Jr. It's probably, and then you've got
Aaron Gordon's an
Aaron
unsung
Gordon.
hero.
Aaron Gordon's
Yeah.
he's an
Right.
animal.
He's came around from when he was.
yeah, but he's in the perfect situation. He was
Yes.
miscast in Orlando.
Porter too.
Yeah, Porter had injury
Yeah.
issues, and that's why he.
well, who had the big game for? Or was it
Gordon.
Gordon?
Was it Gordon?
He had 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 27. Yeah.
27, 28. something.
Yeah, Gordon's a perfect fit next to Jokic. So I mean, he's a slasher and he's a guy that can shoot when he needs to. So I mean, yeah, I mean, you just have the right shooters around.
Oops, sorry.
Giannis and
they've tried. The Bucks
right.
have not. Don't get me wrong. They've
Right.
tried, but it seemed
Grayson Allen's not. Connington. They tried to get Joe Ingles, but I don't think he was ever healthy this year.
Yeah.
And he's old.
They got Dragic. Don't even play him.
Right.
Jay Crowder we talked about many a times. Didn't
Right.
use him at all.
Yeah,
he's,
right.
he's not a terrible shooter either.
No, but I mean, and he's a great defender. Like that, I still don't understand why he didn't fucking play that whole series. Like either he was hurt, or him and Bud got into it. And Bud said, "Fuck you, I'm not playing you."
That's more what it sounds like.
Right.
Well,
So-
if that's what happened,
Because Crowder didn't mention anything about being hurt when he goes, I don't know why they didn't play me."
yeah, he would have just. I'm hoping if he was hurt, he wouldn't say that.
Right.
No, that's horrible if he did.
That'd be
That-
unprofessional.
Right.
I don't think he's that type of guy.
No.
No, he's well liked. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So that's my good. Two teams on the verge. The Knights too won't give away. Talk about Knights for a minute. Just a team that was put together 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Now they're going to win. This is how many championships now?
Two.
Third? Is it 2 or 3
Two, right?
in their first 5 years of existence, or 4?
Yeah, two Stanley Cup playoffs.
But 3 finals they've had, right? They've been in 3 finals, and
I don't think so.
I don't know. Well, they've won 2. This will be
Yeah,
their
this
second.
is going to be their second.
So it's just crazy.
They won their first year, right? Or second year?
We beg for our teams to win championships. These teams won 2 in their first 5 years of existence.
I know.
It's nuts.
But the way they did the
they changed
the
the formula.
draft.
Yeah.
I remember back in the old days when they brought in like baseball teams and you're drafting a guy from like AA that was 41 years old and that was all you got. Now you're getting some shots at some pretty big name players.
Yeah, but I mean, you're getting big name players with big salaries. So I mean, you
Right,
still have
right.
to work
And that's the
salary
problem.
cap, right?
This will be their first
Right.
Stanley
First
Cup.
Stanley
I
Cup?
wanna-
Yeah,
it's their
they've been
third.
in the Stanley Cup final, but this
Okay.
will be the first.
Oh, okay.
Still been there though.
But they've been in the playoffs 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
maybe that's what I was
yes,
talking about. 4 to 5. That's pretty. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and
stuff.
as Red Wings fans, they haven't been in once in 4 years, have they?
Blackhawks too. Haven't seen it in a while.
Been a while. Yep.
Been a while.
Suck.
Ed, good.
Not 24 hours after winning the PGA Memorial Golf Tour, Victor Hovland was out on golf's longest day caddying for his former OSU roommate. So he just won a $3.6 million prize, went up to number 5 in the rankings world, and then was out there pulling the bag around and carrying it for his old roommate.
That's awesome.
Good.
That is awesome.
And then you know what the thing?
Man,
it's,
I've been
it's
talking.
not 18 holes; it's 36 holes.
Yeah,
one
the
day.
longest day in golf.
It
You
is.
ever walk behind Willie in the sand? He's always pulling a bag behind him.
Yeah, it's like it's weird though.
Sack, I'm sorry.
It's like gray hair sack. It's weird.
Gray shit.
My sack
White.
is on fire.
It looks like a newborn seagull in the sand. A couple hairs sticking out the top. I'm sorry.
And then he's going to be back at Victor. Will be at the U.S. Open
Next weekend.
next
That's gonna be
weekend.
so awesome.
It's
I can't
all-
wait for the US
It's
Open.
always us. It's always the weekend of
Father's
Final
Day.
X. We sit around and watch the
Nice.
U.S. Open and
when
drink.
it rains.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we could use the rain, so it'll probably be. This would be the year it doesn't rain.
Yeah. Glenn.
Andrew McCutcheon gets his 2000th hit
Nice.
back at Pittsburgh. Last game of the homestand, they were getting ready to go on the road. He had got walked 9 out of 12 at bats prior to that. So he was patient. He knew it was coming, and he wanted to do it at Pittsburgh, and he got it.
Nice. Good for
Third
him.
pitch of the game, he hit a single.
Only 1,000 more.
Yeah.
Right.
I was kidding.
You can do it.
How old is he?
30.
36 or 37, isn't
Yeah, he ain't getting that.
No.
No, he's not getting anywhere close. But
yeah, who's going to be the next one to do that if we see that in our lifetime? Trout? Yeah.
Otani?
3,000 hits?
Yeah.
No, those guys ain't gonna. I don't know if Trout's gonna touch
Trout
it
came
either.
up young.
Yeah.
Remember we drafted him? He came up. He was
It's gonna be no, it's gonna be like one of these Soto or Acuna type guys because they're young and they get more hits.
Gotcha.
I don't think Trout doesn't play full seasons. He just gets 46 home runs and
Tatis?
Yep, not Tatis. Jesus, Tatis is talented as shit.
How about Machado?
Machado spot. He come up pretty young too. Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
It's in hitting's gonna be more attainable than any of the pitching records. You're just not gonna see guys get 300 wins. I would be surprised.
Yeah,
in our lifetime, if we see
guys
guys
don't get a chance to win there.
No, nobody's winning 21 games for 12 straight years like Maddox or Randy Johnson or.
You're good, Tim.
My good is a high school golfer by the name of Colin Bobowski hit 3 hole-in-ones in the same day. He was a celebrity golfer on the same par 3 145-yard hole as part of a VFW outing in Piston Oaks, Ohio. And so there's some of the outings that you go to, there's like stand-ins, like the Volkswagen credit outing. We had the tour professional for the club putted for us on a par 3.
Yeah.
So he was the celebrity golfer on this par 3 145-yard hole, and he hit 3 aces
in that day.
That day.
Career. How many shots though? I mean,
so it's funny, in the same article, they had one of the PGA. There was a tournament in PGA Pro. They gave him 500 shots to see how many times it would take them. And the one guy did it in like 256 shots, and the next guy did it in 203 shots. So I don't know. It didn't say like how many shots that he took, but
to get 3 of them, it took him 200 and some.
No, it didn't say like how many he had. No, but they had this contest in one of the tour stops where you swing 500 times on the same par 3 to see how
just to get 1 hole in one.
Get 1 hole in one,
and it took him 200.
Yeah, 203 shots.
Yes, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's my good.
That's awesome.
All right,
Willie, you're good.
So mine, I don't maybe watch golf today.
Usually I do.
But the Canadian Open was on today, and Nick Taylor
from Duran Duran.
I just saw them last year.
The reflex.
It will be at Summerfest, by the way.
So
seen them.
Yeah, I saw them last year
at Marcus Amphitheater one time.
Good. Yeah, I was like Duran.
Yeah, they were cool. Yeah.
So Nick Taylor is the first Canadian in 69 years.
69.
To win the Canadian Open. The last time it happened was 1954. He hit his 72-foot putt on the 4th playoff hole to beat Fairway Jesus Fleetwood.
So who was this guy and the Fleetwood were in the final, and with the stars at the top of that leaderboard, it was crazy. Those two guys popped out.
They did. I mean,
because you had Justin Rose, you had McIlroy, you had that kid. What's his name? The kid that was leading going in. Oh, did he blow up?
Rye
no, he's the Asian kid.
Yeah, he dropped down.
Yeah,
Jason Day was second going in as well.
Yeah, they had a bunch of like big names on the leaderboard, and Fleetwood I get, but it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, Fleetwood should have actually won this. He had 2 birdies in the last 2 holes, goes to tie it 17 under. He went on the 5th hole. Everybody has been birdieing it or eagling it, and he went safe. Hits a wedge, or not wedge, but hits an iron. Goes off into the deep grass. Goes up and hits the next one, deep grass. And he all he could do to get a 5 just to tie this guy. But yeah, so Nick Taylor, I think he moved up into like number 6 or 7 in the FedEx Cup standings. So
good for him.
Yep, first time in 69 years. And it was. I tell you what, that whole raucous. It was like watching the President's Cup or the Ryder Cup. People are screaming and yelling and going crazy. So, best thing. I think they must stop selling beer, or they're Canadians too. They don't like to give up their beer.
Yeah.
They didn't start chucking it. So, but yeah, that's
they like their beer too much. That's why. Because it's good beer. It's not fucking Bud Light.
Shit, there was a mouse in the
Moosehead.
You remember that time they found that? You guys remember that? They found that mouse in that beer.
Where?
You hoser.
That's right. Yeah, hey there.
So let's talk about.
Oh, I had one more good.
Okay.
Because we didn't mention it. Novak Djokovic won his 23rd Grand Slam title, the most in history of tennis.
Mm-hmm.
And that's after 2 years of being persecuted
for not being vaccinated.
So maybe the vaccination.
I have a good too.
Helping them win it.
From the world of motorsports, that Ferrari won their first Le Mans since 1973.
Holy cow.
24 hours Le Mans,
Yep.
that thing?
Yep.
In Manchester City's treble.
Mm-hmm.
They won the FA Cup, the Premier League, and they won the Champions League. Yeah, I think that's Guardiola, Pep. I think it's his second treble.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
He is the manager?
Yes.
Or the coach? What do they call him?
Yep. Yeah.
Call them managers, or what do they call them?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's pretty impressive. I don't know if you watched the game yesterday, but
No, I did not.
1-0 win for Man City.
Did you see that? Is Tim may be us also, but I mean it's too early to tell. But Wembanyama in his first playoff game, in their first game of the finals over in his French league, he played god awful. He had 8 points. The team scored a total of 65 and lost by 20 points. The team in game one of the finals. So,
there's another another NBA prospect on the team as well. So it's not like it was just Wemby.
Yeah, 64 points the team scored in that game and lost game one of their finals.
You know why? He's too busy counting his money.
Yeah. So let's talk about what we kind of passed up in good man ugly. This past week, the PGA, the Live Tour, and the DP Tour have decided to merge, which, woo. So let's go around and get your feelings on this whole thing.
Can we just talk about the elephant in the room, the DP Tour?
Yeah, what is a DP Tour?
It's a European tour.
Oh. How'd they get in?
Ed, what did you think it was?
I was thinking, I saw it on Pornhub, and there was this whole category of DP. I was like, I didn't know.
Did you see Jenna Jameson got married?
Yes.
Did she really?
To her longtime girlfriend.
Yep.
Oh, wait a second. I've seen videos that prove she wouldn't marry a woman.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
12 guys.
And
But-
she said this is the person I should have been with all this time. So
Oh, good for her.
More bang for her buck.
Well, you know what? That's because she's never been with a man before. Jesus. Oh,
man.
That's good for her, though. I mean, she's a very smart woman too. She's
Yeah,
very
she's made-
business savvy.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you look at, not prostitute. She's a stripper, porn star.
Yeah. She doesn't have to work another day of her life. Thank God.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, but it's the other one's like Ron Jeremy too. I mean, the guy's a dirtbag, but he was very smart.
Yeah. True.
So
what do you think about the? Let's start. What do you guys think about the PGA Live DP merger that's in the works? I guess.
Where to start?
Yeah, I mean,
first of all, I think there's more and more stuff coming out every day. So supposedly Jay Monahan told people in the corporation that PGA was hemorrhaging money because of the litigation. So the big reason why to stop the litigation, because they couldn't afford to pay it.
Well, just stop it then.
Right.
Let's move on.
Right. So, for them to tout, how the tour was the moral way to go and then turn around and taking the Saudis' money, it's hypocritical. So they're no better than, and then for fucking Rory McIlroy to say, these guys should be punished. Sorry, you're going to be punished for doing what's best for your family. Like, you don't have to be on the PGA Tour. So if I leave Volkswagen Credit and go work for a Toyota Credit, decide I don't like it, come back 3 years later, are they going to punish me by finding me like $100 a week for leaving for another job?
I can't believe you're not morally on the high ground to work for Volkswagen. Didn't they work for the Nazis in the other war?
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, I don't think that comes
that's
up.
Buried deep in our history.
I was thinking the same thing, and there's like an analogy. It's like, I have my garbage is collected once a week by the mob.
Right.
That doesn't mean I support them. Like what they do morally.
Right. Well, I mean, just the whole like outrage of these players having a choice and choosing to take care of their families. I mean, You know,
I mean, how
there's
far
so
does
many
it-
different things.
how far does that go from saying like LeBron having his shoes made by child slavery in China is a bit? I mean, it's all for the money too.
That's another whole issue.
I know, no,
Yeah,
but I'm saying it's kind of morally.
Well,
you
it's
know,
not LeBron. It's the NBA.
I know.
I mean,
LeBron's not my biggest favorite player, but I'm not gonna. The NBA allows it to happen.
Yeah,
right, because they would lose billions from China.
Well, the NBA would be the fifth best
th-
sport, and it wouldn't
Yep.
even be on the radar in the United States. If
Right.
it wasn't for China.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the
Agreed.
problem. All these writers writing stories about this and going, "Oh my God, what are they doing? The Saudis?" And yes, bad people. I'm not
right
discounting that, but then next story you write, "Oh look, it's a feel good story about the NBA giving Christmas gifts to kids at the orphanage."
Right.
Same. It's the same thing.
Right.
They've been doing. Just didn't do it this way.
Right.
They just do it kind of more like, "Oh, okay," but you're not allowed to talk bad about. Nobody ever says anything about that. Nobody ever questions them in
Right.
interviews. I think that's crazy when you're in a room and never go look at Brown and go, "Oh, okay, you don't understand. I get it. Social justice. I understand it. It should be there. You should do what you want." Okay, so what about China and the people? Nobody ever asked that question on top of the question after they wear their
Right.
shirts and kneel and do all that. Nobody asked that ever. Okay, and I saw something today that kind of off subject a little bit. I saw something today talking about the LBGQT community and how in this country they could be killed. In this country, if they're like this, and then naming all this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, once again, you're proving everybody's point that you don't like. This is the freest country in the world.
Right.
So you're allowed to do what you want.
Right.
And it is what it is. And if the Justice Department's going to step in and start investigating this, they're going to open a whole can of worms. It's going to be a problem.
Oh yeah, because they
Because they got to go after the NBA then too. They got to do
Right.
all this. They have to do this and vet everybody then.
Right.
They're going to have to. That's
Right.
the problem with the whole thing I have.
I'm gonna guess they won't.
They won't.
They won't. They
That-
pick and choose what they want to do.
Yeah. And I'm surprised the PGA Tour being on that radar because, I mean,
You might. I saw this story about the DOJ saw a guy stole a bunch of files, and another guy stole a bunch of files, and they don't even care about his. So it's like kind of weird. You got to watch out. They only pick certain things they want to do.
Well, the whole thing with the Department of Justice as well. There's no competition anymore either. I mean, they bought out, and it's not just here either. Like the European Union, there's no competition.
Mhm.
It's going to be antitrust laws. It's going to be a variety. I mean, there's such a big can of worms to be opening with this whole, like, does the Live Tour stay? What do they do with There's a lot. I mean,
Well, now they're saying the PGA guys will be joined into this, and since they got screwed over by not taking the big money,
right, there's shares, and
they're
then-
going to get shares,
right?
equity shares, yeah.
Equity shares. Well, how much of the equity shares is a guy like Rory McIlroy going to get more than the number 69th guy in the ranked?
Ah,
that's what I had.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
or Tiger Woods, who was offered almost $1 billion and
Right.
refused it. Is he going to get more equity?
right, exactly, and he's not even playing anymore,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
either. So,
Who's the biggest winner? Monahan. He's the CEO of the merger.
right?
Well, they say he'll be on his way out
Yeah,
soon if this
he
happens.
should be.
Right.
Out
He
of the
should be.
PGA, but he'll be
Yeah.
the CEO of the merger.
No,
No.
they'll head someone else. It'll be totally different.
So they named him now, and you think they'll change?
yeah,
that?
because there's going to be no respect for him.
No, I mean he
No
can't,
confidence
he can't-
vote.
No
he-
confidence.
He
That's what I'm
can't sit.
thinking.
It was on only reason I saw this is I was watching the documentary
Full swing.
Full Swing, and
Swing,
Which
he's
they are filming right
yeah,
now,
and he's
while this is
yeah,
happening.
and he sat in a room in a press conference and pretty much berated these guys in a pleasant way for doing this. I mean, what you said, and it's like the PGA, number one, they messed up litigation. Just quit doing it and let this subside, and then eventually they're going to have in 3 years you get them all, and people aren't going to go there anymore. They're not going to do it. You'll get your league back and do what you have to do to keep this afloat until this happens. They didn't have to do this, and someone's getting something from somewhere that we don't know. It's like the rest. If you believe this is happening from everywhere from the White House to your local corner store, it happens everywhere. Someone's getting something when something weird happens like
Right.
this. This doesn't go, oh, let's do this now.
Right.
Yeah, someone, and it might even be mine. Maybe someone told me, yeah, you're doing this because I'm getting I don't know. You don't know.
Right.
You don't know. And I don't know.
What I have noticed though is in the news in the last few years, we'll find out in 6 months to 12 months the actual story. It always leaks out.
Somebody,
It'll be sooner.
disgruntled employee
Yeah.
who didn't get the pay.
Yeah.
Unless it's Roe versus Wade, we'll never find out.
True.
No, that leak, we don't know where that came
Yeah.
from.
That's what I mean. You'll never find out where
It could have
came
been any one of those two people.
Right.
I
So
guess
I'm saying.
the thing where it comes to where do you draw the line at for all this? You know, when's it going to come?
Well, my first thing is that Washington, unless it's some kind of actual national security problem, I hate when our Congress and stuff takes up these fights for sports entertainment.
Right.
You never see them fight. Are they fighting for the writers in LA right now?
No.
There's no thing coming out to make more money for the writers. These sports are so people don't understand. Yeah, they're entertainment, but I don't understand why we waste time on Capitol Hill for sports. Too bad.
Right.
It's nobody comes. If my family's business shuts down tomorrow, they're not going to save me or help me, or I merge or something. They're not going to go, well, you got to, they're not going to do this. And I understand they're looking at the antitrust and all that, but it's always brought up by someone that needs their help.
Right.
Why they're doing it? Because someone in Washington's getting their pocket padded by checking into this.
Right.
That's all. That's why it's happening. Nobody's just starting it for, we should check into this.
Right.
No. Someone gets handed something and go,
guys, we haven't been working enough.
And there's a bunch of money inside of it on top of the paperwork. Look into this.
Right.
And if they have a committee for this, it's the only people can sit on that committee. The people, their state doesn't have a professional sport.
Yeah.
Idaho, you got a guy sent from Hawaii,
Florida.
Let's bring up the distinguished gentleman from Wyoming.
Right?
Minnesota.
Steve.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, they don't have professional sports, so they, hey, let's make this interesting.
I don't know. Any other on the PGA Live thing? I mean,
we could go on for hours.
I think Monahan's the biggest piece. Just how he turned, and nobody else knew about it except for the small
right. And he
group
wasn't the
of
one that
people.
brokered the deal either. That's what kills me is that, and I can't think of the guy's name right now either. And I'm sorry for that, but yeah, I mean, Monahan really didn't have anything to do with it. It was somebody else, and then
Hunter Biden.
He met with
What's the
El
name of the guy?
Rubiant.
Well, you could look.
And everything was arranged by PGA Tour board member Jimmy Dunn.
That's it.
Jimmy Dunn.
Yeah.
He sounds like a crooked guy.
There's always
He
somebody
does.
in the back. Yeah, Jimmy Three Finger Dunn.
Right.
Jimmy Dunn. Yeah, I'm in sanitation.
Right. Yeah. Uncle Vito. And again, my whole stance is that if the Live Tour was never backed by the Saudis, it wouldn't have been a big deal. And again, competition is great, but how is this? I don't think it's beneficial when you eliminate the competition like that.
Well, and great. That's a great point to bring up. Now, Saudis obviously they're linking it to what we've seen with the murders of the journalist
Khashoggi,
and then they want to link them to 9/11,
right?
and all that. Yes,
violations.
So let me ask you a question: if China backed the Live Tour, would there be a problem right now?
Yes.
I don't know. Our government not allow there to be a problem with China. I'm telling you right now.
Well,
and Google and Facebook wouldn't allow you to talk about.
Yeah, you wouldn't see the story. It'd be like a page 7 story.
Just look this up.
What about TikTok?
This is apparently why the government has interest in it, is because Monahan, when he announced it, made the statement that the deal would take the competitor off the board. And in addition, they didn't have any antitrust lawyers involved in inking any of the agreements. So it's an antitrust issue. That's why DOJ is getting involved.
We said it was an all-tight,
but probably some underlying things that they want to.
Here's the thing. I look at it this way. Then they should have to get courts involved and pay for all this. They're not. This is something that goes to our.
Who's they? What do you mean they?
The people that want the antitrust. It's coming from the people that are
the Gulf.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they should pay for this all.
I agree.
Like if I want to sue you, I have to get. The government don't do it for me.
Right. Like that should. Any time
if
the
you have a
government
problem,
gets involved,
yes.
Until you prove that you are not violating antitrust, then you should be paying for it.
Yes, exactly.
But if the government wants to open the case and they find that everything's clear, then it's on taxpayers.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which
right?
I don't know.
Again, we pay for it.
Right.
Yeah. I still. I mean, I don't know.
So I see your point, Scott, about China, but look at TikTok right now, like how they don't want TikTok in the country because it's backed by China. But that's for like information issue where they have gathering information about their citizens. So,
yeah,
I think there's more to TikTok than that, though. I think they want to be able to ban it so they can do things. Ban TikTok and they say, I don't know, Fox News is pissing them off, and they go, whatever it is, I don't. About an insurrection or whatever, we got to get rid of that. Make that first thing you can always have to have a badge to start, get it rolling where they make it all right.
Gather other with them.
I think it's the tip of the iceberg.
So Aunt Martha, the deadhead that's posting pot brownie recipes on Pinterest, too?
Right.
Okay.
I think, down the line,
Yeah.
and once they can control it and say it's, well, we did it with TikTok, why can't we do it with Aunt Martha?
Right.
So you got to be careful with all that stuff. And I don't like the government getting involved in anything.
So this might be a better example. What about when the NFL and the AFL joined?
No.
Yeah, none of the players had to reapply to join the NFL when they left.
Right. And there was the lawmakers passed an exemption to the antitrust rules for that to happen.
Right. Yeah.
I just think government should be allowed anything that's not government problem.
Right.
Like I said, this is all, if it's judicial stuff, then you get lawyers and you fight it out in court and you pay for all of it.
Well, the good thing is
You
the
pay-
majority and the minority leaders of the Congress both agree that it's not a government issue.
Yeah, and that shouldn't. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's just I don't know. I
mean, supposedly the federal government is to, protect the sanctity of the union.
Mm-hmm.
What does a fucking golf tournament have anything to do with that? It's not against, there's no threat to the U.S., our country.
Right. A football game, a baseball game, all that stuff has nothing to do with how the country runs.
No.
Economically, it helps the country because it feeds in a tax system and all that. I get that, but in the long run, it's not their. Like I said, they're not fighting and making up things to help the writers in LA or the writers from the TV shows that are striking or whatever. They're not. Nobody's looking into that and going, "What are they doing? These? Why aren't they making more?" And because they're, like I said, if they're not helping that, if the government isn't stepping in everything, they shouldn't step in anything.
Right.
Or the John Deere strike or Caterpillar strike.
Yeah, any strike, teachers union strike, they all sit back and let it go and it doesn't happen as much anymore as it used to. But there's been strikes for weeks where kids weren't in school because they were striking, and the government don't walk in and go because the government won't because they want their votes.
Right.
Not since the airline strike.
But I'm just saying they're not going to step into a Democratic-led government is not going to step into a teacher strike because they know they need their votes at the end. If they step in and tell teachers go back to work and we'll figure it out, then they're going to be like, "Oh, I'm not voting for you,"
Right.
Because then some Republican will walk in and go, "Well, I agree with you. You should still be on strike." So they're going to try to. It's all about swinging people. We know that. We're not.
Right.
We've been around too long, especially Willie, to not know. It's all about.
He's over there
winning
teapot,
a vote, and that's all that
Teapot
matters.
Dome Willie over there.
Nobody cares about the bot. Nobody really cares. Very, very, very few people care about the real issue at hand. Usually,
Right.
They really don't.
Were you guys aware that PGA is a tax exempt?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
and they'll continue to be a tax exempt
Yeah.
because of the rule. Right.
Well, isn't the NFL?
that's why the
still-
Saudis jumped in.
Yeah.
Isn't the NFL still tax exempt, or did they finally? One of them was.
I don't know. I go to a game. I still got to pay taxes
Mm.
on the tickets and stuff.
Well, that's Chicago taxes.
Well, no, you get taxed on tickets for NFL tickets. Yeah, you get taxed, which is weird if they're tax exempt. If they are, shouldn't it be just straight fee?
Right.
Why am I getting taxed for a ticket?
How does that work?
There's a state and there's a state, county, and a federal tax. There's a tax.
So no, how are they?
Well, every state. I'm sorry, maybe you're right. Federal, maybe not. But every state has tax on tickets. You
Oh,
buy
yeah.
a Packer
Oh,
ticket,
yeah,
you buy a
absolutely,
Brewer
yeah.
ticket.
Right.
Well,
But Florida shouldn't.
entertainment. You're right. They might not have it on tickets. I never really noticed.
Right.
What about Vegas? That's where they make all their money.
Right.
So the PGA Live Tour.
Right. And then getting back to Willie's point about opening up for other sports, I think you'll see I think you're gonna stop seeing these individual owners because of the way the money is getting to be outrageous. You're gonna see lost my fucking train of thought.
No, these
Fucking
groups, these hedge fund groups.
hedge funds, equity
yeah.
firms.
Yes, yeah,
right.
absolutely.
So you're gonna have these hedge funds, equity firms, purchasing team. Yeah,
Maybe leagues,
Jerry Jones,
Right.
man, he's like, that PIF money, I'll take some of that PIF money.
Right.
Great show on Showtime. Gotta find that last couple seasons because it went off. I gotta find it.
Billions.
Yes.
Yes.
What a great show that was.
It is a great show.
Yes, very good.
Is that the one with Paul Giamatti in it?
Yep, yeah. And the guy from Band of Brothers, right?
Yeah.
The guy that was in
Damian Lewis.
Yes,
Damian
yes.
Lewis, yeah.
Great show.
Yeah, and then actually after Damian Lewis left, it still got good.
Yeah, I haven't seen the seasons after that. There's 2 I'm missing, and I'll watch them. But it was. I'm sorry, you said hedge fund, and it got me thinking. Trigger words.
No.
Hey, squirrel.
What? So speaking of movies or TV, okay, so we're done with Live Tour. We're
Good enough for
Okay.
tonight.
So movies. The other night, Glenn saw the same show. I watched it. I was flipping through the other day, and I saw a movie called Flaming Hot. Correct, that was called. And it was the guy who invented Flaming Hot Cheetos. He was a Mexican fella, and he grew up in it was L.A. He's somewhere in out east.
Rancho Cucamoncho.
Yeah, so out in L.A. area, whatever, California area. And he couldn't find a job. He was kind of a low level drug gang guy, but nothing like crazy. He just got caught a couple times, and he married the girl he met in grade school.
Yep.
They got married, and he was kind of bullied a little bit because he was Mexican in a white school and all that. But it kind of moved forward. It was kind of funny because they flash back to things, and you have to watch the movie. It's pretty interesting. But he invented Flaming Hot Cheetos in his kitchen, and he was a janitor or mechanical technician to call. And back then, this is back in the 80s, late 90s. Yeah, he called. He had to find a phone number. He snuck a phone number at the company. He was an Italian guy at the time. Frito-Lay called him, and the lady was nice enough to get through. Talked to the guy, and he goes, "I got some chips I want to send you." He let him send them. He tried them. You know, you could tell when he was eating them. The thing was a great scene. He kept eating them.
Yeah,
you could see. Oh, I like these, and
Right.
and so they get him. His plant was closing down. That's the reason he was trying to find something to keep his plant open. He's like, "These are Mexican people want all your chips are kind of plain, but they're not for the Mexican community." Well, there was a guy involved in the company that then wasn't a big fan of this whole thing, and long story short, they get them out. They finally said, "We're going to make them. We're going to go with it." Well, they don't sell.
Yeah,
So
because
what
the guy didn't put any money in the market.
Yeah, he just kind of screwed them. And they go, "Screw it. We're going to take all the old boxes. We're going to sell them. We're going to go give them away." Gave them away all over the town. Started passing them out for free. It is $1 billion industry now, Flaming Hot Chips.
Yeah.
He ended up being, he was the multicultural
advisor.
Advisor to the company he got bumped to. And he ended up being a high up in the company. He retired as vice president or something, or president of the company. And he went from a janitor with no high school diploma, made Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Awesome.
And they Flaming Hot Cheetos were in the 90s. So we didn't see them here until like early 2000s. So it took that long to come to this part of the country. It's crazy.
And now you have like Flaming Hot everything.
Yeah, well, that's what they said.
That's what he. Yeah, he. That's how he marketed.
Well,
we
You
got
could make
Mexican
Flaming Hot everything.
Mexican street.
Well,
corn.
and they showed all the stuff they do with, like on
these
top
are
of
good.
sushi and on elote they do it with now.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well,
they,
the funny thing
they
is-
crust like chicken and stuff. They do everything with it now.
Dude, you take those Flaming Hot Cheetos and crunch them up over elote.
Well, that's
legit.
funny because that's how he got the idea for him. He's eating elote with his kids.
Yeah. Yep.
So who are we sponsored by tonight? We're sponsored by
Cheetos, Frito-Lay.
Yeah, they made Ed make take a whore bath over here just now.
But if you if you guys
Under a
if you guys
bottle
have
of
a
water.
chance watching, it's called Flaming Hot. It's on Netflix or Hulu. Yeah. So watch it on Hulu. I started watching Wrexham.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
good.
It's decent.
pretty good.
I watched the Whale last night.
Oh, with
Brendan Fraser.
Encino
Brendan
Man.
Fraser. I watched Encino Man earlier in the day, and then I
How
watched,
was The Whale?
it was good. I'm glad I watched it. I really am. It was
Doesn't sound like a rave review.
no, it was good. It was good. It was just, what do you expect? It's just a lot of conversation. There's no action in it whatsoever. So you got,
Well, a guy that size can't do much.
No
action.
Transformers or
no, nothing like that. Hey, the
Vin
biggest
Diesel
thing,
drive a car through.
hey,
the
the
screen.
biggest thing is when he
Yeah.
tried to get up and walk. His daughter was giving him some crap. He tried to get up and he almost killed himself doing that. So
Oh, way to ruin it.
almost. I
all
said
the
he
act-
almost.
That's
did.
all the action of the movie. Him getting up.
No, but I would suggest it's a good watch.
And I did watch another movie this week. If you get a chance, When the Game Stands Tall. The guy that played Jim, I think it was him. The guy that played Jesus or God or whatever. Jim Cazizz.
Right.
It was about the school in California that won
LaSalle.
151 straight games.
Right.
They lost, and then they had to kind of rebuild into it. But and Vic Mackey was on it. The commish. He was the assistant coach.
What?
I watched. Oh, I actually had a DVD.
DVD?
Yep. My last Netflix DVD rental thing because they're going out of business. So I just quit it after that.
Okay.
So yeah, it was good. If you get a chance, When the Game Stands Tall or stands tall, you get an interesting story.
You didn't rent Slapshot for Christ's sake?
No.
You haven't
No.
seen Have you seen Snapchat?
No.
No, he hasn't.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
We go over this
Wait,
all
hold
the time.
on. Let me be like Eric. Oh, I didn't see a movie. That's how you act every time. I laugh because I do want to see it though. I sound like that. That's how it was that one day.
That sounds exactly like Eric. I was just with him a few minutes ago.
Oh, and he's right. Every time I ask, you ever seen a movie? I go, really? You got to see that movie. That's all I say. I don't like yell at you or anything. But that's how you were here that night, right? When he yelled at me. I just want you to see it. I want you to, but I do want to see it. I just haven't had a chance.
I think the problem might be I egg him on a little bit.
We love you, Eric.
So yeah, I saw I got other stuff written down, but anything. Oh, you know what? We did want to talk about. We got a couple things to go to still.
Cook.
Yeah, let's talk about Dalvin Cook.
Right.
Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins. So if you had a place for him right now, and we did on the thing. We talked about Miami. That's the big rumor,
right?
And let's take Buffalo off the table too.
Damn you!
So because that's another rumor out there too.
Yeah,
Buffalo,
but it's the best place for him.
It makes sense. I mean,
Right.
Miami's a good place too. But if you could pick another place for him to go, where would you think he might end up? And I look at obviously playoff teams. I mean, I'm not looking at playoff possible teams. I know people have thrown out there the Bears just because they have the money, but he's going to pick where he wants to go.
Right.
And that cusp, he may but they're not. So
right.
I think Hopkins that could probably win.
Right.
So let's start Hopkins and maybe pull Miami out of there because here's Miami's a good team.
I think he's going to England.
England.
Yeah.
Does
Hopkins?
I like that
week, and I think Bill.
Oh, we're talking about Hopkins.
Yeah.
Table on. I was talking.
Cook.
Take Miami, Buffalo table for anybody.
Right.
A free game for Hopkins. So we'll talk about Hopkins now.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Talking about Hopkins now?
Yeah, let's talk about Hopkins.
Yeah, I think Hopkins going to almost too good of a. And actually, I love this there that for Jordan Love, but I don't think he'd go there. So
I don't think they can afford him right now.
Sure, they could.
Can they?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the way I want to put their money though.
Right.
I'm at the Titans lately though.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be good fit there too.
Well,
they're saying
Right.
Tannehill's
We have
having
three quarterbacks
his
there.
best preseason ever.
Tannehill
So far.
I heard Tannehill is QB1. I don't know why. Just don't say the quarterback. but-
Tannehill might pull Aaron Rodgers and have his best season because he's pissed off. That
They
drafted a
drafted a quarterback too, right? They
Will
drafted
Levis.
Yeah, Will Levis. Yeah.
And they had didn't they draft one last year?
Malik Willis 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
Willis.
Or a year
Yeah,
ago,
that didn't work out though.
Yeah.
Which
it
I
does-
mean,
it
you got to
doesn't-
take your shots when you had,
He was like Henry Burris. Not good. Who do you guys think over here for Hopkins, DeAndre Hopkins? Any ideas?
back to Arizona.
Why
There's an
is it
opening.
Titans?
Huh? You like Titans?
Well, I said Titans, but Panthers. I think he's looked at the Panthers.
Okay.
Does he want to win a wing? Does he want to get paid? You know what I mean? Like, what's his?
I got two teams for Hopkins. and I think
Cleveland?
if they can afford him, are great picks. I really do. I
Okay.
think they're good.
Cleveland?
Giants.
You think?
The Gents?
Mhm.
Daniel
Oh.
Jones. is another
Kansas City
receiver.
doesn't really have a huge.
They don't need
receiver.
one.
No.
I know they do.
They don't need
They
it.
make it work. I
Yeah.
think.
It's like the
I
Packers,
think
kinda.
this year. I think that'll be in our fantasy preview show, maybe. But I think a sleeper this year could be the kid they got from Galladay. No, not Galladay.
No. The guy they got from the Giants.
Yes.
Tony. Kadavius
yeah,
Tony.
Yes.
Yep.
I think he could have a huge. But that's for a later show.
Yeah, I think I released him.
Who do
in
you
the
think,
league.
Willie?
No, hell no. I mean, I wouldn't.
They
I
don't
wouldn't
need
mind. I wouldn't mind him, but they don't need him. No, I said the Giants for
Okay.
Hopkins.
You guys just like he joked about you guys. The Lions. They don't need him.
Well, I mean,
The they are a team that's on the cusp to be here.
Right.
Guy like that could put him here.
Right.
I don't care about anybody else in that team right now.
Right.
They don't have the kid for the first 6 games.
And he doesn't.
Oh, that's
gamble.
right. That's a good point.
I think that's a perfect place for him to go.
I agree.
I think another place, although they're getting Ridley back this year, he's cheap too because he's a rookie contract. I think Jacksonville's a great place for him to go too.
I think Jacksonville is for Cook.
Me too. So do I.
With ATN there, they like ATN a ton.
Yeah, but 2 backs.
Can't hurt, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's from
You know how
Florida.
quickly they
Who
go
would you,
down.
who would you rather have for them, Hopkins or Cook?
For that team? Well, they're getting Ridley.
You already have ATN.
Yeah, but you're getting Ridley back too. From
Right.
Yeah, but you can play more than one receiver.
Well, they
You
got
play more than one running back.
well they
Well,
they already
How
have
many-
Christian Kirk as their big name wide receiver.
oh, him and Hopkins reunite.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, and they
That-
said
I
that
forgot.
team, honestly,
You know what? I forgot about Kirk and the money. I know what teams do is they're trying to space money for each position.
it was
but-
only like 70 million though, or something.
Yeah, and
but-
they've got this big picture, but that money might be taken already because I know Marvin Jones is back to Detroit, right?
Yes.
They don't have Jones then anymore.
Right.
So I just like looking on paper. I like Detroit and Jacksonville a ton. I mean, I
Jacksonville
agree
makes
with you
more sense.
guys.
Right.
I think New England is a front runner. I'm not. And Tennessee, he's been there. But these are guys trying to think outside what teams that could use them
Right.
would be great. I mean, great for their team. And I think Detroit, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, they are right there. And if he can stay healthy for a year or play 14 games for them,
Right.
So
yikes. And he is the best high point receiver in the league, in the game right now to go get the ball. Hands down, the best receiver in the game to get a ball in the air for you.
Yeah.
I think he is right now.
Dallas was in early conversations for him too.
Yeah. Cowboys, I mean, with Lamb and they who's the kid? they
Gallup's still there too,
have?
isn't he?
Gallup, he's come off the knee, but he was back last year, so he's there. But I mean, I don't know, man. If you can afford him, you can never have too many of them.
Yeah. Have you put him and Lamb opposite sides?
Yeah, and then put Gallup in the slot. I mean, it's and you.
What about the JETS?
Yeah, I thought of them too. That was a name that popped in my head to the Jets. That was a minute because they do have young receivers in it. I mean, Aaron Rodgers loves a guy like that. I mean, guy can high point the ball from like that. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if he's not. I don't know receiver wise. I'm not going to argue their credentials, who they are, and how they play. But that probably might be their best high point receiver. Best receiver to go get the ball you've ever played with. Because Adams is great, but to go get the ball, Hopkins is a different animal. He goes get that with two hands. He'll anywhere you need it, he gets the ball up high. So I mean, but money spent, I don't know what they'll do. I have no idea. So
he doesn't meet their hiring criteria, having worn green and gold.
Oh, good call. Good call. Yep.
Ravens, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
but they signed OBJ,
and they pay. But
you said
they had talk. Hopkins was a quiet conversation early in the year. They were talking about that, and I mean, then I just wish the problem with the Ravens is that it's kind of like they're in a situation. Lamar Jackson's a good quarterback, but I think he got paid a lot for what he hasn't done yet. I mean, he's been injured. It'd be nice to get these guys around him before he got paid to see what he does. Where the Bears are in a good situation. They gave him kind of an offense now. If fields don't work out, okay, this guy's got to go. Now, the Ravens are stuck. I mean, and I think Lamar Jackson's a super talented guy. I'm not saying he's not, but.
Who's a better passer, him or Fields?
I don't know.
Right.
I mean, it's if you named other quarterbacks, I'd say the other guy right away because Fields we haven't seen enough of. But have you really seen Lamar Jackson really tear it up passing? I mean, don't get me wrong.
Right. Other than the Mark Andrews, no.
Yeah. I mean,
who's their tight end? I mean, all he's had is tight ends.
Yeah.
I mean, name them the last good receiver.
Hollywood.
And he wanted to leave. That's the problem. Hollywood Brown asked to leave and get traded. When he got traded, he asked for that, and he was great. He was good friends with Lamar Jackson.
Right.
He goes, "Yeah, I'm going to go." I mean.
Yeah, what is that?
And that was 2 years before this whole contract thing came up. So it wasn't like it was, okay, he might leave, I'm leaving too.
Right.
No, it was.
I don't understand the whole Lamar Jackson thing. It seems, I don't know.
He got his money.
Weird.
I mean, he got.
Yeah, but still, it's like guys don't want to play with him. He doesn't seem to be like all in all the time. At least to me, he came off an MVP, right?
Right. Youngest MVP ever, right?
Yeah, and he doesn't look good in games.
Well, the MVP was his
first full year.
Second year, because you play like 4 games in the year before, and they won. And then it's been 2 years since he won that MVP. They went to the playoffs, and then they were the favorite. They were number 1 seed, I think. And then Tennessee just punched them in the mouth for 4 quarters. That's all. Tennessee had a game plan. Was like, yeah, you're throwing the ball.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing.
You're going to beat us with your arm.
We're going to put a spy on you, 2 spies on you all night. And you guess what? Throw the ball.
Right.
And he couldn't.
No.
And it's happened to him every.
And it was a low scoring game too. It wasn't like they got blown out. It was they punched them in. It wasn't a battle the Ravens were ready for. Which Ravens is a team that for years have been a team that's ready for that battle. They weren't ready for that battle. It was weird. It was one of the weirdest playoff games I've ever seen in my life. Watching that game, I was like, what the hell? Because Ravens offense was solid that year. But
was that the game where he only had like 27 yards passing at halftime or something?
Yeah.
It was something stupid.
Yeah. And it wasn't terrible weather. It was cold, but it wasn't like snowing or raining or anything. It was. I remember that. It was. Yeah. So Dalvin Cook, another guy that's going to be available. Well, that's where I'll take Miami and Buffalo off the table because that's we talked about Miami and Glenn would love that probably. And they don't have they have a couple guys there, but that would be a clear cut number 1.
Who do they still have there? They still got what? Drake?
All the 49er running back. They don't have the qualification. He don't have the qualification wearing of red and gold.
Red gold, yeah.
But they have all the guys they have 2 guys from Mostert and Smith. Was there a Smith or Jeff something or
Jeff's
like a real plain name?
Jeff Wilson, I think.
Jeff Wilson. Maybe Wilson went there too.
Wilson.
And then they had their actual back they had there. So they had 3 backs. And remember, doesn't that coach come from the Shanahan coaching tree? So their philosophy is, I don't care. We'll have 6 backs. They're all going to win the ball.
Yeah.
And it works. It works for them. So maybe that's the only reason Miami, could he go there? Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if they're ready for a number. I don't know how you say it. Ready for a number 1 back? I guess you are, but I don't know. They just like what they have, but Cook would fit that offense perfect because he is the guy. He catches the ball.
Right.
He obviously is a great running back. So that'd be a great pickup.
Imagine what that would do for the passing game.
Yeah, it'd be a great pickup. I know it would take a lot of pressure off Tua.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. What about San Diego?
San Diego. Well, they signed Eckler back.
I know, but
you can get him sign him for a longer deal and get rid of Eckler next year.
Right.
He'd go to a team that it doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, I'm sorry. The LA.
Good
I was
call.
thinking the same thing.
What
That's
a-
why I had to
The
go.
Chargers.
I know he throws that right in there.
What about you, Willie?
I think. What about the Panthers? I think they have don't they have a lot of money? I think they have a lot of
Your
money.
sound effects tonight are killing me.
I like the Panthers.
Yeah, and that's a winnable division. But they got Miles Sanders.
Right.
Yeah, but what
Don't call me Miles Davis.
What about the Bengals? Even is Mixon?
That's who I had on mine, Willie. Cincinnati.
Yeah,
the
Good
Bengals
call.
quietly because they're gonna Mixon. They can waive, get rid of, and I think Cook's an upgrade from. And Mixon had I picked him. I never picked him for years because I was always afraid.
He's a
Last year
puncher.
I got to a spot in the draft. I'm like I got to take him here. I'll take. And he had his best year. He didn't get hurt. Played the whole year.
Yeah, he had a great year.
I would never. I'm telling you right now. Don't take Mixon this year. He's gonna get hurt.
Oh, I've had him for years on and
But
on. I've traded him many
But
times.
he's good. He plays, but he only plays like 14 or 12 games, and he's always hurt at the end of the year in the playoffs. Always. So, but anyway, but I
He's a tough guy too. I like him. He's always in fights with
Yeah.
ladies. And
how about you? How about you, Ed?
I'm gonna go San Francisco. Can never have enough backs.
I mean,
Can you imagine that backfield?
San Francisco.
They got that other running back's pretty good too.
I had two. I did throw Dallas out to you guys because it'll ruin my fantasy team because I have Pollard
Who
right
did-
now.
Who does Denver have as a running back? Did they just draft
Denver
a guy?
was a quiet. Well, they have Javonte Williams coming back, but he came off the ACL. He might not be back as soon as they think. So that'd be a place they said. But I also another team I wrote down was quietly, and I don't know how they just lost Frank Clark.
Kansas City.
Kansas City, because Allaire and McKinnon are two guys they shared. If they can get a guy that could be those guys together, and Galvin Cook is those guys together, and that fits for him. Would he take a pay cut to have a chance to win a Super Bowl?
Right.
What about Jets?
The Jets, another team I thought for a
they
minute.
just got
but
got that good running
he
back.
got hurt too.
ACL.
Yeah, he's
Bryce.
out too with it.
He's out again.
No, he got hurt last year. So that's those injuries.
He'll
You
be
need to come
back this
back.
year.
Yeah, but
But they're always a year off.
Barkley
Yep.
came back with the knee. He had an okay year. This year, exploded again.
Yeah.
It takes that year for those guys to get back.
And they still got
And I think-
Michael Carter too.
And do you think it's and I think with those ACL, it's not even they're healthy, they're cleared to play, but I think it's more of a mental. It's cutting and doing certain things.
Yeah,
now,
you're
okay.
afraid.
Yes.
You know who else just made that comment?
Tentative.
Mike Golick Sr. on a show I just happened to catch.
Who?
Golick, Mike the
Oh, yeah,
Sr.
yeah.
Dad, he goes, even though you're cleared 100% by doctors, you still got to get out on that field and have confidence that your body's not going to break when you hit that, that other player that way. Because they were talking about the Bills guy who died on the field.
Hamlin.
And now he's
No.
coming back.
Yeah.
That's a huge mental game.
Yeah. And that's all it is. You can tell those guys they're like Barkley was not the same last year watching. I mean, he was still he was still running people, but he wasn't explosive and cutting down like, and then this year he was back to being Saquon.
Yeah.
Is Hamlin going to be as good this year as he was before the heart attack?
Yeah.
Now that there's a body double replacing him, according to a lot of the conservative sites.
Actually, who's playing him is Jamie Foxx.
Nice. I like that. Wow, it was like we practiced that.
But anyway, so let's go. We'll get through your guys' topics. We gotta get through the stuff we talked about. How about our top five tonight? Our top five. Now we're gonna do a little top five personal moments of our teams, any team. So we're all fans of different teams here overall. Of something you saw your team or a player on your team do or achieve that you either remember seeing on TV or you were there and saw it in person. I mean, it doesn't have to be an in-person thing because you can't see everything, obviously, but you had to see it. So you can't name something from 1942. Well,
I gotcha.
Willie could, but no offense, Willie. So let's start with Ed. No, we start with Ed. Let's start with Willie.
Yeah, start with Willie.
We'll start with Willie. We'll start with
'Cause I didn't write anything down, so I'm all going from memory.
Okay, I wrote a bunch.
And I just had 3 beers.
I never write nothing, so it's crazy.
3 beers.
Willie, go ahead. Name your first one.
Well, at least
My first one.
we won't. We'll know it's not a Super Bowl win from the Lions. So.
I'm gonna go with the 1984 Tigers World Series win.
Nice.
I mean, they started off that season 35-5.
35-7 or 35-5.
35-5 was
Yeah, it was amazing. That was awesome.
awesome run, and they swept the Padres in 4 games.
That was the Cubs should have been in that.
Yep.
Cubs should have been.
Cubs
in
were
that.
up 2-0.
And then Durham had that ground ball go between
And
his
nobody
legs.
talks about Durham ever.
No.
It's all Bill Buckner. It's Durham did the same ex-Cubs first
in
baseman.
a 5-game series, they were up 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah, that's terrible.
And that was bullshit back then because the Cubs didn't get the extra home game because they didn't have the fucking lights.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so they had to
So
play
they
the
got
Padres
ripped.
3 games. Yeah, they want to play a day game.
Then
for
they
'em.
moved it from Atlanta to Denver. Whatever. No,
Tim,
Easy,
give
I
us
know.
one of yours.
My top one is the Cubs winning the World Series in 2019.
Damn it!
like nobody was gonna say.
I'm
that.
kidding. I was just messing with him. Go ahead.
That was it.
I actually,
That's all you got to say about that.
I've told this story many times on
The
there. I was
last
so
podcast
pissed because of the home run by who was the little guy that hit the home run for
Lonnie
Cleveland.
Smith. No, I'm just
It was
kidding.
about his size. Yeah,
It was what was his name? They hit the home run off of
like Nyberg or Knifer.
no, a little like he was a smaller outfield. I think he was an outfielder.
It was like his first home run in 2 years
Yeah,
or
he hit the
something.
home run off Chapman in the eighth. He's a pretty, his name. He's been around. He's played a lot of teams, or he did.
So, anyways, that happened.
He was a Tiger
I
in
was
that
like,
game.
after watching, I still remember the whole meltdown with the Bartman thing, and I turned it off right at that point when he hit that. And Amber goes, Ed, might want to turn this back on. This is like an hour later,
Right,
or
after
45
the
because the
delay.
rain delay.
Right.
And I was like, I'm not watching. I can't watch it.
Right.
And I turned it, and she goes, turn it on. And Bryant catches the ball and throws across the end. That was
right.
all I saw of the whole last 2 innings
Yeah.
because I couldn't watch it.
Yeah. I took the day off of work and I was drinking at my house watching that game. So I got pretty drunk afterwards.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, for naming, I was out bowled that night, and I went out after bowling. We were watching the game at the bar
I
at
met you there.
Norm's. We were at Norm's.
Yeah, Willie left you there.
No shenanigans.
Oh, you're actually no, you weren't there that night because here's what happened. I was with Mark and we were watching the game, and was getting close. 8th inning, they're up. I'm like, okay, sweet, they're winning the game. And then I'm looking it up right now because I gotta say his name now. Raji Davis.
Raji Davis. That's right.
He homered, and then I smacked the bar so hard at that place that it was only me and him and another person. I smacked so hard. Mark was like, "Whoa, oh shit!" And
Because you thought it was happening again.
Yep. And I'm like, then the rain delay came, and I'm like, Mark's like, I'll stay with you if you want to watch the rest of the game. I'll stay as long as you want. I go, no, you know what? I'm going home. I'm pissed. Fuck this. So I got in my car and I got to Italian American Club. The rain delay stopped. Turned around with SOS. The only person there was Kevin and Rocky Ramirez. Only 2 people in the bar. I swear you weren't there. Because me and Rocky, after he won, were jumping up and down, hugging in the bar. Because he's a Cubs fan too.
Right.
I swear you weren't there for that. You may have been there for like another series or something we were watching.
Maybe that's what it
But
was.
this was like 12 at night on a Wednesday, so I guarantee you weren't there.
And I don't think other fans understand this, as Cub fans, how tough it's been in our lifetime, at least in
Right.
our 50 years around here. It was garbage.
Right.
And anytime they got close, it was just a punch in the fucking dick. And that's
Twice.
being, yeah, right. I can still remember the Bartman thing. And then the next game's when Kerry Wood
Homer to start
homers
game.
to start the game. You're like, this is it. This is it. I can remember throwing a whole bucket of popcorn across my theater against the wall, like in a metal bowl. And I was like, and it was down there for like a week. There was just popcorn all over the whole basement because I knew it was, you could see it coming.
Right.
And it's tough. I couldn't even watch it.
Right.
So Cubs World Series.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much everybody's.
Was that the 1914 one or the
45.
They didn't win that one though.
No, I know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just side note, I like how you tied in Pride Month with your man hugging man story there.
Oh,
me and Rocky were hugging. Rocky's a huggable fellow. He's like a big teddy bear.
Rocky Mins.
He's a big Latino teddy bear.
Is he coming up this year?
I don't think I haven't heard from him. No.
So I got a 2-for-1. The Miami Dolphins stopped the 85 and 06 Bears from their undefeated seasons.
Oh yeah, he did. I was at the game. Yeah. Well, they were only 6-0 the second time. Settle down.
Hey.
They weren't going to you ain't going undefeated in this NFL. Even the Patriots couldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's my turn. I don't want to take one of them. One of the best games I ever watched on TV was the Ryan Sandberg 2 home runs off Bruce Sutter in '84.
Right.
Amazing. I mean, just turned the game around, tied the game with a home run, and I think it was the 9th. They left Sutter in the pitch. Like back then, they let the relief pitchers go 2 or 3.
Right.
and he came back around and hit a home run, a walk off to win it.
Right.
Just unbelievable. And that's where Ryan Sandberg, obviously, I think he won the MVP just because of that game.
Sure.
His numbers were great, but
Right.
I mean, that was it in a big time in the end of the year.
My something on my mic. I don't know what it was. I was crawling or something.
It's probably Cheetos.
Mine is the 85 Patriots for knocking on the Dolphins out of the playoffs. No, I'm just kidding. Although I would have loved that rematch in the Super Bowl. That'd been cool. That'd been a great Super Bowl. Dolphin was that the championship game or the first round of the playoffs? Or first? I can't remember. I thought it was always like because it wasn't the guy when he came out on the field and cleaned the field off. Was it that game?
No.
The convict came out with the blue and cleaned the field off. Yeah, he was a
convict. He was on work release.
Yeah, and he cleaned the field off so the guy can kick the extra point for the
obviously
Patriots.
not a union shop there.
That's not mine though. My first one is Michael Jordan in '98, walking off in the sunset with a game-winning shot over Brian Russell and taking his 6th championship and going home.
6-0.
Michael Jordan, and in game 6 that was, I believe,
Right, the flu game
at Utah.
Right.
So before the second, that was after the flu game.
Flu game, right?
Yeah. So yep, that's my first one, Jordan, and that game. So you want to name other Jordan ones? You're more than welcome. Willie, second one.
Mine's going to be 1989. U of M wins their first national basketball championship. So
timeout.
Bill Frieder decided he's going to go
Seton Hall.
to Arizona State, and Bo Schembechler is the athletic director, and he goes, a Michigan man is going to coach a Michigan team, and he just said, Frieder, be on your way. And Steve Fisher, the assistant coach, took over for that team, and they beat Seton Hall in the finals.
Steve Fisher had an underrated basketball coaching career. I think he did great when he went to
San Diego State.
Recently, San Diego State.
The court's named after him.
Yeah, he did it. He had a good coaching career. He really did. Quietly.
Quiet, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Tim, your second one.
My second one was the Bulls winning their first championship in '91. For me, I'm a huge basketball fan. For the fact that the Bulls had to go through the Pistons again and defeat them, and then for them to win the championship. So
we get a good Laker team too.
Yeah,
it was a good Laker team.
Right.
It was probably not Magic Johnson. Maybe his last year. Because he played in that, didn't he?
He did play in that. And Worthy was white. I mean, they were like a weird.
They had Perkins.
Right. They were a weird team.
They had a Campbell. Elton Campbell was on the team, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a solid team.
Right.
But the Bulls just were younger and
better.
Yeah, and they got beaten. They were beaten enough. They were done getting beat up.
Right.
And the Lakers weren't that much of a pounding team. So
and then Michael hit all those threes,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then John Paxson hit the big one. Right? Was that? Was that him in that series? Yeah, their first series. Yeah. Paxson hit the big one. Yeah. Glenn.
This one's going to be titled 4 Straight. In the 2005 ALCS series, Sox lost the first game, games 2 through 5. The 4-man rotation of Mark Burley, John Garland, Freddie Garcia, and Jose Contreras combined to pitch 4 consecutive complete games to take the series 4-1.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's a good one.
Best game I ever went to. You're going to put that on there?
No, I didn't have it because I knew you'd say it. I didn't put it on there.
Me and Scott were there. The Bodie home run game, the walk-off grand slam. After Scherzer went 8 innings, had the Cubs down 3-0. They pull him to bring in, I think it was Doolittle. We've talked about this.
I think it was Sean Doolittle, yeah.
And they brought him in, loads of bases loaded with 2 outs, 2 strikes on Bodie. And we stayed. Because we even talked about, we were like, you want to go and never leave the game. Scherzer just dominated them. They had 2 hits or something going in the 9th. And Bodie hits that laser, and it wasn't even 8 feet off that bat, and we were already jumping up and down because you could just see it was a laser right in the center field.
Where'd you guys sit?
We were down third base line. We were way down left field line.
We were in the left field, kind of even with the left fielder.
Yeah.
Kind of where he had a good view as it.
He smoked it.
The ball just you could see it was a piss. It was a piss missile.
And it was a low pitch, at his knee. He dug it out to hit it too. It was crazy. Yeah.
But that's the greatest game I've ever been to.
I think Scott's new favorite game is the one where he saw 3 runs scored on all pass balls.
The last one being off the umpire's mask. That was crazy.
That was awesome. My second one is, I believe this is 2021. Tim, I'm sure you guys have corrected me, but Tiger winning the Masters again. The most recent one was 21? Was it 2 years ago, or was it 20? No, it was 21 because it was. Yeah. So Tiger Woods winning the Masters after all of his problems and all that, and winning the Masters again. and becoming
Good one.
just adding more to his.
And he beat Dustin Johnson, right?
I believe he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tiger Woods winning his last major. I mean, it's the last one he's won. That one. Willie.
Mine's the 1989 Pistons win the first NBA championship. The Bad Boys.
Boo.
Everybody's favorite team. Bill Laimbeer,
Cheaters.
Isaiah Thomas, Rick Mahorn, Dennis
James
Rodman,
Edwards.
John Sally, and the MVP, Joe Dumars.
James Edwards.
James Edwards was. They had a bunch of good guys on that team.
They're good players. I wouldn't call them good guys.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, no, I mean Mahorn. Those guys did what the referees let them get away with, right? Think about the game.
The game was way different back then.
They'd be charged with assault now.
Pretty much.
Jesus.
Yeah. They'd be gone for like 25
And
games.
to be honest, they did the same thing to Bird and stuff too. They did it to everybody,
Oh,
not
my
just
God.
Jordan. Everybody forgets that
yeah.
Bird got yanked down a few times, but Bird got up and started swinging at him. He didn't care. Where
Yeah.
Jordan was a little more passive about it.
Right.
Where
Yeah, Bird and Laimbeer swinging at each other was awesome in that playoff series.
Two white guys missing.
Just, haymakers going nowhere. Like they're playing hockey.
Tim, your third one.
My third one is the 97 Packers Super Bowl. The reason for that for me was that I was having surgery, so I couldn't go anywhere to watch the game. So I sat in my basement and watched it by myself. So I know it sounds sad, but couldn't drink. Yeah, couldn't drink like 7 days before the surgery and stuff, and then it happened to be the first day, so it's kind of fucked.
Ronery, I'm so Ronery.
Last podcast ever.
Glenn.
2008 Miami Dolphins playoffs against the Patriots. Patriots are riding a 21-game regular season win streak, 12.5-point favorites against the lonely 0-2 Dolphins. Miami brings out the Wildcat. He had Ronnie Brown at quarterback, Ricky Williams in motion. In just 6 plays, they gained 118 yards and 4 touchdowns to win 38-13.
It's awesome.
What number am I? Third? This third one around?
Oh, yeah, third one. I'm sorry. Yep.
So I remember this game too. Is Super Bowl 32, Packers Broncos. Packers coming off of a Super Bowl win. The Broncos, going to be their start of their dynasty. I was sitting in a bar in Honduras over the water. The water was slushing up from the ocean coming through the floorboards. Anytime like a wave would come through, and I watched it with some guy that barely spoke any English in there. And it was just me and him. Nobody else gave two shits on the island of Utillo that there was a Super Bowl game going on.
That's
And
awesome.
I watched that game, and it's one of the greats. It is one of the great Super Bowls, even though they lost. I mean,
Right.
it was 31-24.
Right.
But yeah,
Holmgren was on his way to Seattle.
yeah. And I just remember, and there was the Packers were going to have the dynasty and all the
Right.
back-to-back Super Bowls, and
Right.
ended up going the other way.
Yep.
But yeah. So I did some scuba diving in the morning and watched the Super Bowl in the evening with some
Nice.
guy that barely spoke English.
He scored.
Huh?
Yeah.
No habla.
Go.
Yeah, exactly.
Me?
Yeah.
The only reason I'm going to name this game is because I was actually there, and it was it's very rare you can see your team win a championship. But when the Bears won the 2006 NFC Championship with the Saints, good game. They were down 15-12 at halftime, ended up winning 31-15. It was snow started coming. It's kind of reminiscent of the NFC Championship game from '85. Snow started coming down in the middle of the game. Well, that wasn't the end of the game, but middle of the game, it started snowing just enough to put it on TV, and it was I was there, so it's cool to see something like that.
Right.
So
Hey.
the Bears won the NFC Championship in '85 or 2006.
Who was the other Bears linebacker or lineman that left his Lamborghini parked on the side of the road?
Lance Briggs.
Briggs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
97, the Red Wings win the Stanley Cup the first time in 42 years. I'm coming, and I remember watching that and being very happy.
Who was the coach?
Scotty Bowman.
Yeah, well, they had like 7 Hall of Famers on that team, and
Sure did, yeah.
I don't even think that was their best team. The year before, the team was That team, I don't even know if it had 100 points in that year. I think they were one of the lowest rated teams like to win a final like that.
They had a couple Russians too, right? What were the who were the
Oh,
Russians?
they had Fedorov,
Fedorov.
Fetisov. They had the whole Russian five.
Russian five, yeah.
Vyacheslav Kozlov, Lurianov.
Right.
That was Konstantinov. He went to 2, right?
Yakov Smirnov.
And then he was essentially brain dead after that second one when they crashed the limo.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't after this one. I don't believe.
Was that your fifth one, Willie?
No, it's fourth.
My fourth one, yep.
Did I go first?
No, Willie did.
Willie
Oh,
did.
I crossed off.
Yeah.
Never mind. That's why I got. Okay, go ahead. The fourth.
Mine's 2011 Packers Super Bowl as well. So no sad story with that one.
Not so Ronery.
How about you, Glenn?
05 World Series Game 2 starts off with first pitch to Paul Konerko for a grand slam. That was was it bottom of the seventh, I think. Yeah, bottom of seventh. They were down 4-2, so then they were up 6-4. Goes back and forth. They end up down in a run in the bottom of the ninth. Scotty Pods hits a 2-run homer. Just into the first row in the outfield. Both that seat where that hit and the one where Konerko hit are still blue from the old when they renovated the stadium.
Yeah, but Pasetnik only had warning track power, so that was a bomb for him.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a cool game to watch.
Ex-Brewer.
Yeah.
Red Sox. He's been around.
Yeah.
He was
You were with me on this one. Bears Seattle playoff game. And Corneliuson sings the national anthem, and I still talk to it to this day. It still sends chills up my spine. That was the loudest.
It was snowing that day too.
It was snowing.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what happened. I know the Bears won, but I don't remember the game. But I remember that national anthem. It was amazing.
I'm sensing the pride connection between you two this month.
Yeah. We didn't share a seat or nothing.
We didn't have to.
Allegedly.
At the stadium.
Allegedly.
We took our Depends and tampons and all threw them in a pile before we left.
My fourth one is Cub. Was at this game also. Sammy Sosa has his 60th and 61st home run. Nice. And I was there with Jenny and Jared actually. So and Jared was probably like 4.
Is that right?
Asterisk.
Yeah. Well,
did you give him a foam finger?
Yeah, asterisk. Yeah, he's only got to ever use steroids.
That is now white.
Yeah. He is now.
I got a tweet about that, but
I didn't get my tweet, but we'll do tweets in a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Your fifth and final moment.
My fifth and final one.
I'm guessing it should be your number one moment. I guess we should have said number, but it doesn't matter. Whatever.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's 1997. U of M wins the NCAA football title.
Nice.
It was controversy. Michigan won the AP poll.
That was the
Nebraska won the coaches poll.
That was when Michigan beat the Washington State Cougars, led by Ryan Leaf.
You are correct.
Charles Woodson was the Heisman Trophy winner. You're correct too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Brian Greasy was a quarterback.
Was Amani Toomer there too?
Probably, yeah.
Amani Toomer.
Yeah, I think the only reason why they didn't win the coaches poll because Bill Fulmer from Tennessee
voted against him.
They're
back, I think, at the time too. That back the Bears drafted. Who was their back then?
Tyrone Wheatley, wasn't it? Wasn't he on that team?
It might have been Wheatley. Then the Raiders drafted him. There was the Bears drafted a Robinson or something in like the second or third round. He's back from Michigan.
Right.
But you might be right. It might have been Wheatley. You might be correct. You might be correct, sir. I don't know. So whatever. Yeah, good, nice one. That's good. I remember that poll. I remember all that. It was interesting.
Controversy.
That's when the Rose Bowl was cool.
Right.
Yes.
When it meant something.
Yeah.
My number 5 is when Favre broke the touchdown
interception record.
Hey,
ding, ding, ding. No,
the touchdown record at Lambeau against the Vikings.
I would say the hot tub record.
Oh, wasn't it at Minnesota?
Oh, so he tied the game.
Oh, that's when he carried Donald Driver. No, it was at Minnesota when he carried Driver.
Well, then I was at the game where he tied the record.
Okay.
Right.
Not to kill your mood. I'm sorry.
No, I know. I'm old. I can't.
Still a great game.
Oh, hell yeah. Either way.
Right. And I got the tickets from my brother-in-law, and he was pissed because he didn't figure out like when the record would be broken and stuff. And it was a Monday night game, and froze our asses off. And we were pregame beforehand. And we came. Yeah, everything was.
Was it that Freeman off the butt catch?
Might be
same game.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Off the butt.
Yeah. So this is called Crosstown Beatdown. The way they wrote this up is awesome. While you might not consider getting sucker punched a noteworthy moment, the Cubs Sox brawl of 06 was the ultimate validation for the Southsiders. Chicago's always been a Cubs town and likely always will be. I mean, we can all admit that. But for the moment in the mid-2000s, the jean skirt wearing bleacher creatures of the North Side traded their vodka-filled Gatorade bottles for AJ Pierzynski t-shirts. Go Cubs Go gave way to Journey's Don't Stop Believing as the Windy City's official summer anthem. And for an instant, Chicago was a Sox. Michael Barrett's cold cocking
That's
of
right.
Pierzynski was as much about jealousy as it was about being shoulder crashed into the dugout. The Cubs were losing, the Sox were champs, and the brawl was a jolted domestic disturbance from the city's ex-lover. I was at that game.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. You were at the last game?
I was at that game when they got in a fight. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, well, mine goes all the way back to 1986. Schlack's Insurance playing Kenosha Tire.
Professional sports team.
Oh, it didn't
Ed.
say professional, did you?
No,
I don't think so.
You
And a young 12-year-old stepped up to the plate, fouled off the first pitch, and then was told by my coach, "Hey, this might be your last time in Little League. Make your last swing count." And I decided to hit about a 400-foot home run in Little League to win. Well, we didn't win the Well, it made it 16-1. We won the championship. So
nice.
that was my last big thing that's ever happened to me in sports. When I was 12.
Well, shit, I would have fucking picked the game-winning basketball game I won in the last second shot.
Should have.
Oh,
You had your chance.
yep. Dave Lynn brings it up every time I see him.
Yeah, he did the other day again.
Yeah, every time.
We got one left here.
Oh yeah, that'll be me. I can't get that at work, but
Yeah,
So, Tim, to your point, I am throwing the yellow flag because the instructions
Making nothing
were
to work here.
can be a team or individual performance you witnessed or saw on TV.
Oh, it was no. I got a video of it.
Me
Here we
too.
go.
You're dead.
No.
Where'd you go, Eddie?
Phil Limbach
About
recorded
fucking
it.
time, Eddie. All those fucking
Little
pitches
League-
in the back.
The little. Oh, I hit a bunch of home runs that year, but yeah, I remember he came on. He's like, "It's gonna be your last. Make it count. Make it count." Yeah, I crushed a pitch.
I know,
Which is
I
funny,
like
but yeah. I was trying to find something funny for the last one. I was like, what's better than some 50-year-old guy still talking about Little League?
Right.
That's every night for you.
Oh, I don't mention that stuff. We had better old man baseball league. Like Andy, we won a championship on a double play to end the game with the bases loaded.
Did you really?
It was up 3-2, extra innings. Lesnick hit a home run in extra innings, put us ahead. We come out base. We had a pretty good pitcher out. 1 out, grounder to third. It throws it to me at second covering, and he shorts me by about 8 feet. and I dug that sucker out, and Trotz was the umpire right there, and he called it.
Nice.
And it was close too. There was a guy barreling in on second, because the run would have counted.
Right.
Trott's been umping that long?
Oh yeah. Then Trotz played it for us the next year. There it is.
It's got to be mine. That's all I got.
Right.
Bears 85 Super Bowl.
Nice.
That's the easy one. So,
He only played for 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Or less.
I actually got the CD. I'm getting rid of the CD.
Was that New Kids?
Yeah. Hey, they won a
Back
Super
then it
Bowl. I
was.
don't care what they did. I have honorable mentions. I have a couple.
Okay.
You guys got any honorable mentions?
Well, I can come up with shit.
I have. You said something that you triggered me, and then I don't mention that. What was your last one that you said?
The 5 touchdown record, or tied the touchdown record.
What was your last one?
Michigan.
football.
In Michigan.
It's gonna upset me because I
football.
had one that wasn't even but I was at.
Yeah, mine would have been the Bulls 3-peats.
I was at this game in Indy, the Colts, the old RCA Dome, and Dan Marino broke the touchdown passing record.
Nice.
I was at that game, so that was kind of a
Right.
cool thing. It's a record. It was,
Yeah.
It was when he again. Guess who caught his record-breaking touchdown at the time? Now he's like 5th on the list, but guess who caught it?
Jerry Rice.
Ex-Eagle, I believe. He might have played for the Packers. No, let's just stick with ex-Eagle. I believe he was an Eagle. Yeah. He was a running back.
fucking like I'm trying to think of like old
I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Ricky Waters.
How about Keith Byers?
Keith.
Oh,
he
yeah,
played for the
yeah.
Eagles. Did he play for the Packers for a minute?
He went to Ohio State, I believe.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Byers?
He caught his record-breaking touchdown. Keith Byers.
You know, I need to find this out too. Anybody
Boxers.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Briefs.
Jesus Christ, Willie! I just shit my pants.
No, go. You say go ahead. Go ahead.
He's like me now. He throws the stuff.
Thong. No, go ahead.
No, now I fucking forgot.
No, you said you want to figure this out. What was it? What was it?
I can't fucking remember.
He said too close to me.
No, it was. We were talking about the Dan Marino. No. That triggered it. I told Ed to shut up.
I remember. Okay.
I apologize. I really don't. Any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember like TV stuff. I remember the Duke, Kentucky, where Grant Hill throws that ball all the way down to Leitner. I mean, that was freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, that was great.
How about a couple years ago? The kid from hit that Villanova hit that game where at the buzzer.
Yeah.
Or Bryce Drew.
Yeah, that was huge.
I watched Flutie, the Flutie to Gerald Phelan
to beat the Hurricanes.
I don't know who it beat.
The day after Thanksgiving.
That was 83.
That was
right?
Jimmy Johnson led Hurricanes, I believe.
I think you're right.
They were like number one in the country. They had one. They broke their streak.
Yeah,
they had some kind of winning streak at the time. The Hurricanes. Yeah,
and I mean that was just
last time they were
unbelievable
good.
watching that on TV.
I think Tom Waddle was on that team too.
Oh, BC. Because he was. Yeah, he might have been. Yeah.
Oh, greatest baseball game I've ever watched on TV. Kerry Wood's 20 strikeouts.
I had it on my list. 20 strikeouts.
That was unfucking believable. Still, I'll go back and watch that game now, and I can just I'm still in awe.
Yeah,
it's the greatest pitch game in history of baseball.
He strikeout games now.
Was it no hitter?
No.
Was
a dribbler in the infield. An infield hit was the balls never. I don't even think only a couple balls left the infield.
Yeah.
Right.
It was the most dominant game ever.
I was at the Nolan Ryan no hitter when he pitched for Texas in
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I have a certificate somewhere for it.
How about one of the greatest things ever happened in Miller Park? Only no hitter ever thrown by Carlos Zambrano.
Right.
No.
In a makeup game.
In Miller Park.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't play in Houston.
They weren't playing. It was Houston and the Cubs there too.
Right. And I think tickets were like $5 or something like that.
Yeah. We went to Angels Cleveland game there for like $5 tickets. It was snow. Yeah.
We sat by Dickie V and Rick Majerus.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, it's awesome, baby. Yeah. So, I have Peyton breaking the rushing record.
Nice.
I thought it was a big deal. Cub winning the NLCS that year to get to the World Series because remember they had to face Kershaw and Kershaw had struggled in the playoffs. And everybody's like, well, here's where it goes. Kershaw has this great game, and the Cubs turn around and lose, and they were not looking back. And that whole series, Miguel Montero's grand slam to start the series set the tempo for them because if he hit that grand slam, he's such an underrated guy because he had that grand slam, and he had the other hit to give him the insurance run in the game 7, and they only had winning. They were up by 2, they won by 1. He was nobody talked about him at all in that series, and he was incredible. We couldn't watch the game in Door County because we went TV on.
Yep,
we missed the grand slam.
Yeah, you weren't there that year, Timmy.
We went to a bar in Door County. It was on, and Kevin's a Cardinal fan, and Kevin was pissed. We're like, hey, can you turn the Cardinal game on, or can you turn the Cup playoff game? We don't turn the Cubs on up here.
You fucking kidding?
So like, oh, ha, ha, ha.
What was it? There was like
it was game 1 of the World Series.
Right.
Okay.
No, I was with you guys.
Yeah. Oh,
it was at AC Tap.
No, it was at that one.
It's in the central, right?
Peninsula Pub.
Peninsula Pub.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, okay, no. Kevin walks up.
No, I wasn't with you guys.
Kevin walks up to the bartender and goes, are you serious? I run a bar. You know what? You turn with I'm a Cardinal fan, and I hate the Cubs. But you know what? Turn the game on. Nope. You want to turn it on for us?
Do you guys leave?
We were on a stupid
bus tour. We couldn't get the bus
crawl.
I would have just fucking walked out anyway and waited for the bus to come back.
No, it was like that Honda bus, and there was no other bar around. We looked outside. Wasn't a bar. Wasn't a bar across the street or nothing. We're like, and we missed a grand slam. So, yeah, but NLCS was incredible. But you remember that?
Oh, I remember.
We all thought it was bullshit. And
wasn't it the same day that Michigan got beat by Michigan State?
The guy broke his leg on the thing. Yeah, it might have been the same day.
The block punt.
Yeah,
it was. It was the 17th.
Yeah, we were sitting in that. We were sitting in the brewer, the
Door County Brewing.
Yes, we were there. It was on. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So that was all I had. So okay. So
we left Husby's. We're up. Oh, everything's going really good.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get there?
Oh, that Michigan game?
Yes.
I remember to walk across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any other topics? Go ahead. Hit them. You got them. Throw them out.
I have a trivia question about the finals.
NBA. Okay.
Right.
Oh, we'll go around the room, take turns.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Most 30-point games in an NBA final. The most 30-point games in NBA finals history. Who had the most 30-point games?
Career or in one
Ever.
Ever.
Okay.
Most 30-point games in NBA finals.
Willie, guess.
Willie, you got to guess?
I'm gonna go LeBron.
No.
Good. You got one?
No, I'd just be stabbing in the dark. I know nothing about baseball
You're
or
good,
basketball.
you're good at that for what your wife said.
3 kids later, I mean,
Right.
Method worked.
Bill Russell.
No.
Jordan.
No.
So it's me. Most 30-point games in NBA Finals history.
Right.
So it's career.
Right.
And guys had to play a lot.
Yeah.
Man, it's a. How about? I don't know. Tim Duncan.
Nope. It's the logo. Jerry West. Yeah.
Oh.
31.
Wow.
Let's see who was second.
It was Jordan.
Okay, how many he have?
28 or 27.
Okay, so he was close.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good question. Anything else?
We can talk about Zion Williamson, but that's kind of easy. So
Yeah, what was the story with him? Jenny was telling me, but
it's fucking
a lot of
great.
baby mamas out there. A lot of
yeah. So Zion has this gender reveal party, spends 6 figures, fireworks. The fireworks come out pink, so he's having a little girl. Well, like within 24 hours of the gender reveal, there's this adult entertainment actress that claims that she's been riding the Zion as well and could be pregnant as well. And, saying that he's been keeping him in shape. So now there's, and she's showing screenshots and stuff. Well, now 3 days after that, there's another woman that comes forward and says, "The fuck? You said you love me." Had like courtside seats, and there's pictures of this woman at courtside seats at the New Orleans game. So Zion's in a lot of hot water these days.
Oh, he's so tired he can't play.
No shit.
Jesus.
We were talking about this earlier. Wilt Chamberlain was still putting up fucking 50 points a game and 22 rebounds
Right.
after banging 4 ladies.
Right.
And then Zion, he can't even get on the court.
Right.
Well, I'm giving Wilt the MVP.
Yeah, well, it is the MVP.
Hop says there was a Badgers football game going on and they wouldn't let us watch it. No.
No, it wasn't.
It was the Cubs World Series game because I wouldn't care if it was Badgers.
It
why
might
would they
have
turn
been,
the
it might
Bad-
have been the Badger game. I
No.
don't
That was a
know.
different time.
That might have been that, but it was the Cubs World Series game.
Oh,
They
he's
went
saying
on.
the Badgers were on at the same time.
Oh, that's what he meant. Yeah, because Badgers
That's
were
right.
playing, and they
Yeah.
said we can't turn it on because
They
we're
were.
not turning the Cubs. But he did say we can't turn the Cubs on because we can't turn on. We're going to turn the Cubs on up here, and the Badger game was on. Well, can you put it on this TV in the corner? Nope, can't do it.
Because
So,
like
yeah,
the
he meant-
Badgers are from Door County.
and that time of year would have been October, so the game would have been. Every
It would have been
college
like-
game's important.
Right.
They're-
It would have been
they're
like the
Might have been
opening-
Ohio State or something.
It
Could
might
have
have-
been.
yeah.
No, it wasn't that good a game, I don't think.
the opening of the Big Ten season, probably. I guess it wouldn't have been
Nebraska
Iowa.
or
Right.
whatever.
Well, October.
It's the second weekend of October.
Yeah, so it might be. Yeah, but it was right.
Yeah.
It was the Badger game was on. I forgot it was. Yeah.
And we all went outside because I was like, I'm not fucking watching
Yeah.
this crap when the Cubs are on.
We were all on our phones watching,
Yeah.
trying because you couldn't back then. You couldn't. It was just score updates.
Right.
Joke.
And then so Zion's in hot water. My other NBA tidbit is Chris Paul. There's rumors going around that instead of being waived, he's going to get traded for James Harden in a sign and trade deal. So it's been gaining steam the last few days, and all I can think of is Durant going, "What the fuck, this dude again?"
But if Paul can stay healthy, it'd be a nice fit for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good and then they could Harrell. Was Montrezl Harrell there? No, not Montrezl. Who's the other scorer there?
Maxey.
Yeah, Maxey's a good scorer. He could take the spot
Right.
as a second scorer, and that worked out fine. I think. I think that would, as long as Paul's 38,
Right.
older. I mean, you could work his time for the year and
Yeah.
make it work. And
Yeah, they kind of need a soft rebuild as well. I mean, they keep Maxey and Embiid. They needed a point guard, and then Hart. you need a playoff player. So, they had Butler too. I think that's funny as well. Like, no one talks about that trade, like how Jimmy Butler's like, get me the fuck out of here too. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
No, anything? You want to do birthdays?
I got birthdays.
Let's do
Hey, did we
birthdays.
ever get to the rat?
Oh, yeah. What's
Yeah.
up with the rat? We were friends with the rat, man?
I think it was 1986 or what? I can't forget the year.
Actually, Shana sent it to me. I have it.
well, I looked it up too.
Did you? Okay.
I forget the player's name, but he saw a rat in the
Scott
locker room.
Mellenby.
Yeah, and he hit it with the stick and killed it. Came out, and after this was like one of the period breaks, came out and scored 2 goals after that to win. They were down before they saw that. So the next game, one person threw a rat on the ice, and I think they won. So it became a thing with the Panthers to throw the rat on the ice.
Huh.
Yeah, Florida and their long history of hockey.
Yeah.
I would have thought it was a New York thing with rats,
Right.
Or Chicago.
Rats.
I didn't see rats down there.
Wasn't the
this
New York
morning.
one?
Me and Shotty saw him one time down. We were working and we were at a trade show. We walked across streets. We were staying in a hotel downtown. Walked across the street to. He was having a cigarette, just hanging out. We looked down, and it was like we were right along the river. But you look down, there's those walkways. We looked down. And I swear to God, the thing was this big, and the tail was this long. It was a rat. It was nothing else.
Yeah.
It was giant. Looked like it was part dog. And we're like, me and Shot like, oh, there's 2 of them. Like, no, that's got to be a pot.
And one's
No, we're looking at those are rats. They were big.
I've seen a rat in Chicago.
Yeah.
But I think New York's got the famous one dragging that giant piece of pizza in the subway.
Well, yeah, the guy, the Ninja Turtle leader, Splinter.
Weird.
He was bringing pizza to the turtles.
When we were kids, we had a rat down at the end of the road coming out of the sewer.
We cut his throat. Oh,
No,
sorry.
So a bunch of us kids, we took fishing line and put a treble hook on it and stuck cheese on there, put it down there, and he took the hook and the cheese.
And you caught the rat?
No, we caught him the first time, but he just broke the line. Then
Oh, Jesus.
it was a big rat too. It was big.
Poor thing died with a hook in his mouth.
There used to be rats in Kenosha. Go down where the factory was.
Oh, I'm sure.
They'd come out when the boats would come in. You'd see them, the Norway rats, running across the big ropes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right by where Tony lives.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
there now. Yeah,
No, I'm just saying.
Right, yeah.
It's ironic.
AMC
yeah, exactly right there.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's where we
AMC.
go down, right down to go look at the rats.
Nice.
You don't see them much anymore.
So you got your birthdays, Willie? Oh,
I do.
Willie's looking at me like he needs something. I forgot. This guy, give him music.
Very
He has
needy. Very needy.
It is a pretty catchy tune, though.
Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is the day. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday, dear someone today.
Birthdays are great, guys, aren't they? All right. First on the list here.
Go with Timmy first.
Everybody's small person, Peter Dinklage.
Ooh, it's hard to tell. He
Wait,
looks like
something and a half.
I was. What? Well, that Pride Month thing just went out the door. He's just discriminating against people all of a
He's
sudden.
a South Pole.
Go ahead.
You're a South Pole.
He's a South Pole elf. Go ahead.
Call me Elf one more time.
Call me elf over there. You're an angry elf. He runs across the table.
47.
49.
54.
Nice. I was going to
Oh.
say 53. I was going to say 53.
I thought it was too young. For
Head's
40s.
on fire already.
I was last week too.
You were, yeah.
Glenn.
I gotta quit looking these up the day before.
Damn.
No, I would never do that.
Wink, wink. Everybody's favorite backbiter, Marv Albert.
Holy
Backbiter.
shit.
From way downtown. Bang.
72.
That fucking hair.
74. Oh man.
69.
Like I just
78.
I could have won. I actually got the last one. I lost last week.
It better
'cause I
not be
won 69 guesses.
73.
82.
Ooh,
Oh, he's
I'm
a-
glad. I wasn't going to guess that, so I might as well take some points. Screw it.
Everybody's favorite nerd, Timothy Busfield.
Oh
I
yeah.
just watched him. I was watching the other night the movie when he was the Twins cat player. He was the Twins player, right?
Oh.
First baseman in Little Big League,
Little
or
Big.
Yeah.
I just
No.
watched that. Yeah.
the Twins. He was the Twins. Or the,
Yeah.
what
That's
was the
Angels
Cubs?
in the outfield. No, that's the
What was the
No,
Cubs? What was the Cubs one called?
Rookie of the year.
Okay, yeah, Little
Yeah.
Big League, where the
Yeah,
guy,
big Dennis Farina's the coach.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because the kid's like, hey,
the kid's the manager and he's the coach with them. But the
Dennis Farina was the coach.
yeah,
right.
Busfield is the no.
First baseman. Yeah.
Yeah, he's first base. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Because he ends up.
He's
with
in
his mom.
every.
yeah, yeah.
He's in every baseball movie. He's in Field of Dreams too.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's a dick in Field of Dreams.
Yeah, he is. What a douche. Oh, yeah, the girl's dying right there, but you're really going to sell the farm there, Ray? It's like, what?
Guess an age.
He was in 30 something too.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. That's where he started.
Who's up? You?
You.
Oh, what? Bus. Would you guess?
You're up.
You're up.
Damn it. I wasn't listening.
I didn't guess. You're the
Let's go.
Timothy Busfield. So he was a nerd. 58.
Which nerd was he?
He was the redheaded
He
one.
was the outdoes.
Oh,
Big glasses.
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
bu-
Do, 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 do,
Dun,
do,
dun,
do.
dun, 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 dun.
Played the
Right?
violin. Yeah.
So he's in. Yeah, he was a nerd. That was a long time ago.
I think he was old then.
I'm gonna say 67.
Yeah, it's a better guess of mine.
69.
Oh, I was so pissed.
Right.
68.
Guys, 66.
Oh,
Dang it, son of a
I was
bitch.
way too low.
Should have went down for that.
There's people over there in Iowa listen to our podcast like, what the hell is this?
Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. I will beat your ass.
Willie?
Comedian Tim Allen.
Ooh.
He's playing the Genesee for 2 nights here
Yes, he
coming
is.
up.
I like to see him.
Right.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool. Another guy's coming to the Genesee.
Brewers playing it Thursday, and it's empty. There's
Oh,
hardly any.
really?
Jim Brewer?
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
want to go, we could go. There's
When?
tickets available Thursday night.
This coming
So we're
Thursday?
guessing
Yeah.
who?
There's
Tim
like
Allen?
hundreds of tickets left.
Tim Allen.
69.
Oh, he's got to be older than that.
71.
68.
Oh, Jesus. We say 71 yet?
Yeah, I did.
72.
70.
Damn
Oh, you guys are all around it.
I was going to do it too if I
Who,
won.
who is the Tool girl?
Pam Anderson.
First one, yeah.
And he
First
accused
one.
her of touching her funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of people
Recently.
thought you're funny.
She's like, oh,
I remember
like
now.
kids
I
like-
remember.
Like in the last few months, she accused him.
Right.
What?
Sure, it wasn't
Yeah.
Tom. Never mind.
it's Tommy's huge dick hit her on accident.
It was
Yeah.
probably Wilson.
Yeah.
Heidi ho!
Hi-yo,
I know,
whack.
neighbor. How's that feel?
Let me rub your back there from behind the fence.
See, watch out for big glory hole.
Biden played Wilson?
Jesus. Yeah, he's sniffing her
No, he
hair.
can't fall off the fence. They couldn't put him up there.
He tripped over a sandbag.
Hey, you know his son died in Vietnam, or in not Vietnam, in Gulf War, in Iraq,
Way to bring it down.
of
Ed.
cancer in Maryland.
I don't know. Okay, who's next? Tim's up.
Right? Ali Sheedy.
Ooh,
She was
from
like-
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast
She was
Club.
cute.
She's part of the Brat Pack too.
She was in St. Elmo's Fire, too.
Yeah, she's in all of them.
Yeah, she was with all those guys.
68.
Don't you forget about me. Don't
65.
Don't.
I like the part where she
Don't.
throws the pimento loaf and it sticks to the
When she's putting
statue
snow on her. When she's putting snow on her,
from her dandruff.
Yeah.
Dandruff.
on her painting or drawing.
She wanted to be the other girl. That's what she went
Mhm.
there for, and they were,
Yep.
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 61.
Damn it.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna guess 60, but wouldn't have been right. But I was gonna guess 60. I'll be close again. It's time for Glenn, Glenn Millionaire.
Steve O from Jackass.
His liver's like 112.
Right.
Trying to process.
50.
53.
Damn. Because I swear those movies came out after, but I'm gonna say he's 48.
Yeah, it's hard.
49.
God,
Damn it.
I can still remember watching that first one. I had a party and a bunch of people from the dive group were over, and there were a couple of people that were like well-to-do, and they're like, why are you watching this? You know,
Because
kind
it's
of thing.
hilarious.
And it was like, I mean, it was the first one that had never been done. We watched the show on MTV, and it was
Right.
kind of, you know, tame. And by the end, she's like, put this back on again. I want to see that guy, you know, blow his dick off or whatever with the firecrackers. You know, it's like, what the hell? I just remember that we watched it twice in a row because it was just so off the wall.
Right.
It never been done like
that was
that.
like high school for us. Fuck.
No, it was older.
What, do,
Yeah, we were older because, like
Oh,
I
yeah.
said,
remember Jerry Dugan?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know the story about him knocking himself out with the mailbox baseball,
Oh, he hit the thing and it rebounded back on him.
aluminum bat.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
That explains a lot.
yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say that probably led him on his journey.
Pretty bad.
So, who's up?
I am up.
Jim Belushi.
Ooh,
Well, he's older than John Belushi because he only lived to 31 or whatever.
Ganja King.
Yeah.
Jim
What's the
Belushi.
name of that? What's the name of that show?
Yeah, the hot. Well,
Pot King or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I like that show was good, according to Jim.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That show was pretty good.
I'm gonna say
He was in Trading Places too, wasn't he?
70. He was a lot older than Courtney Thorne Smith.
I can't make it up anymore though. I'm 69.
Damn it! I said I was.
my two back. I'm back to
Is that
zero,
what-
right?
is that- I was saying it if you weren't.
I wanted to guess 69. No, it's just like
Pew, 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 pew.
When you guess it all the time, you get it right eventually.
yeah, good job.
All right. Who's up?
So for
Me.
new listeners, that's a bonus.
Courtney Cox.
You said
That should be a bonus.
You said, is there one? You said Cox.
No.
So, speaking of Willie being old, anyhow, so Courtney Cox, friends, right?
Yes.
Isn't it Courtney Arquette Cox? No, they got divorced. Courtney Cox, wow, is she younger than me?
Mm-mm. No way.
They might be, because that show was 90s. And
No,
they were in our
it-
20s.
It was on when we were in college.
The 90s.
Yeah, we were in college.
You have to think about
I went to college.
what year were
three
you
different-
beating off to her?
I went to college 3 different times, so it depends on what era.
So
Nice.
she's 47, 57, or 67. We
Right.
don't know.
I'm all fucked up.
Well, yeah, but yeah, they're probably older because they've been acting. Oh, 'cause she was in the Bruce Springsteen video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 57. Dun, 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 dun.
56.
54.
58.
59.
Damn it! I think she was that.
You guys enjoy
Talked me into it. It was correct, Dad. You talked me into it.
I know.
Ice Cube.
Who's up?
Ooh, Tim.
Which one's Ice Cube? Is that the guy from Law and Order? Or
NWA.
That's Ice-T.
that's
That's
Ice-T?
Yeah.
Ice Cube was.
Oh, is he the big one from NCIS?
No.
He's the.
He was in 21 Jump Street.
Who's
Yes.
the NCIS
Oh, he was
guy?
in the movie recently with Kevin Hart, the brother-in-law.
NCIS
The
was
guy married. That was
right
LL
along.
That was
Cool
pretty
J.
funny.
What's
That
LL
movie.
Cool J?
He's
That's
not a
right.
gangster rapper.
Mama said, "Knock you out."
You said Ice Cube's not a gangster rapper?
No, LL Cool J is not a
Oh.
gangster
Oh,
rapper.
he was
No.
cool.
All right.
The ladies love Cool J.
See, straight out of Compton, motherfucking name Ice Cube. That was
That sounds just like him.
right. Let's see.
Better
so
check yourself before you wreck yourself.
He was 89. 55.
56.
I'm going to say 58. Oh, I skipped.
I'm gonna say he's 51.
54.
God damn it.
We went the wrong way.
fucking math in my head again.
Stupid math.
Stupid head.
Stupid math.
Pass me a snacks.
Reminds me of the
Are
time
there some of those left?
Timmy hit himself in the head while playing mailbox baseball.
No.
Glenn, right?
Glenn. Neil Patrick Harris.
Nice.
Oh, I
Best actor ever.
God, this is such
Doogie
a sausage
Howser.
party. We need to get
Right?
some more.
Tommy's not the best actor ever.
That was great seeing White Castle. The back seat.
Yeah.
We need,
Great.
we need more pussy in this truck. Just going
You guys
crazy.
want to get high? You guys want to get high? Oh, I'm sorry. It's Glenn, right? Glenn, Neil Patrick?
He's got a
Classic.
47.
he's got a new show coming out on Showtime too.
Oh, he's been great in everything
Yeah.
he's been in. I mean, he's still awesome in Going with the bugs, Starship Troopers. So I'm going to say you said 47.
Pay attention.
Okay, I'm going to say 50.
Motherfuck. He's on fire.
Ed.
Let's go with Lori Metcalf.
Oh, easy. She's 71.
No.
I know it's the one from Roseanne, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna say she's 63.
Laura Metcalf's the mom in Big Bang Theory, right?
Yes, Sheldon's mom.
Oh, she's on that show too.
She's on. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
But that's also Roseanne's sister, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what'd you say? 60?
What did I say?
Pay attention.
I said 7.
No,
I said 70.
71.
I said 63. Ooh.
62.
66. You already guessed.
Damn.
Wow.
She was in Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck. I was going to just say that.
She was the neighbor that was
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah,
get
the
on him.
sexy neighbor.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that would
And her daughter in young Sheldon is the mother.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird.
His favorite singer of all.
Breakfast Club.
You know what? I'm a fan. So not gonna
Oh.
go. Let's say 83.
Motherfuck.
Mark Lynn Baker. Anybody know who that is?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
You remember the movie or the
Nope.
show Perfect Strangers? Not
Yep.
Belky.
Yeah,
but
the other guy.
Mark Lynn Baker.
Oh, it's like the other guy from American Idol.
Yes, that one.
Only seen him once ever. What was his name?
62.
He had a weird name.
Yeah,
American Idol.
What was the with Ryan Seacrest? The
I
first year
don't-
they had
it
two
was the
hosts.
first year.
What was it?
Dowdle or Doodle or some weird name.
62.
Oh.
66.
Ah. 72. Belky's an old timer, I think.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
this show was on in the 80s.
Yeah, because I'm gonna think because
I'm gonna say he's
Belky was in that Short Circuit or whatever. No, he wasn't in Short Circuit. What was the other one he was in?
I think it was
Yeah.
Short Circuit.
I'm back to E.
Number 9. Need more info?
Could
No,
be
that was
he
that-
could be.
That no, that was I'll think of that guy.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
It is.
69.
God damn it! Killing us on the 69s tonight, guys.
That was a legit guess too, because I
Hey, this is probably the most 69s we've had in a long time.
speak for yourself.
Yeah. We were
Ed stopped by earlier.
yeah. I was at a Dead concert last night, Willie. She was pretty high.
She had to
Yeah. Right? Oh my god.
All right.
I got to be on top, but anyways.
Greg Kinnear.
Oh, from
that's you. That was a good
Attack of the Show.
He was in the movie with wasn't that the big movie with Helen Hunt and
Jack Nicholson.
that was a good movie.
Yep.
He won an Academy Award for that. I think he might have too.
67.
What was that movie called?
As good as it got.
Yeah, that was a good
good.
movie.
Yeah,
That was a good movie.
It was good.
I think he won an Academy Award for that movie.
He probably did for supporting.
Yeah.
66. I don't even know who he is.
63.
You know him.
He in Soup Talk.
Yeah, the soup.
The soup. or
What I
whatever.
say?
Yeah,
I
he
said
started,
Attack of the
started there.
I said Attack of the Show. No, it was the soup, but they called it something else then.
Isn't that Joe McHale?
No, Greg Kinnear
Kinnear
was
was
first.
before.
Yeah.
He's the original.
Yeah.
The OG.
They had different hosts at one point.
He had that one.
Joel McHale and then
The
They had the chick too.
the black girl. Yeah.
the girl that does
Lana
whose line is
Kane.
it? Whose line is it anyway,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
No, whose line? It's
Yeah, she's Lana Kane from Archer.
and she's in Friends too. She was
Yeah.
Ross's girlfriend for a few
Right.
episodes. Yeah. What's her name?
She's a stand-up comic too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's on Whose Line. She's the host
Yep,
now.
yep.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the soup at first. It was Talk Soup.
Talk.
Yeah,
Soup,
might have
And then they changed it to the soup.
Who was it? Me?
Yep.
Greg Kinnear were on? Man, I'm going to say 71.
You last, right?
Yeah.
60.
Oh, wow. Sorry, Greg.
Hope he doesn't listen to the show. I really don't. I
He
mean,
don't- and he don't
we
look
all like him.
He don't look old. That's why I was like, but he's been around. I don't know.
All right. Who's up?
It should be. I was last, so
Yeah,
it should be Glenn.
Gary Fensick.
Oh,
What's he in? Who is
he's
he?
he's the punky QB. No, no, wait, that's,
He played safety for the
Safety.
Bears, and
he was a badass.
Super Bowl.
he was on the '85 Super Bowl team. So
Went
that
to
might
Yale,
help you.
right?
Oh, he went. I don't know. He went. He's a
Number-
lawyer, I think. Actually. I
Number
don't know.
22,
45.
45. I don't know. I was just guessing.
65.
Get down the ball. That's why they call it the 46 zone. That was his part. He was such a. It was so bad. It was funny.
Wait a second. I'm gonna say 59.
Oh, 85, 90,
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
30 years ago, right?
Yep.
And he was probably. I'm gonna say he's.
No, you can't do it again.
Well, he could have been 29 then. 28, 27.
It was almost 40 years ago. It's 38.
Well, he
It was
would be
38 years.
Oh, 38 now, almost 40.
Yeah, he'd be closer to 6 or 59.
Yeah, so
then.
yeah, I'm gonna
That's
say
what I said.
I'm gonna say he 38 plus. I'm gonna say he's 60. I don't even know his guess. 63 might have been said it right.
I said 59.
63.
What'd you say?
Oh yeah.
Can't remember now.
62.
Everybody's done?
Yeah.
69.
How is he that old?
How are there three?
Damn it.
So he was 29 or no?
He was
85.
21. No, it couldn't 38 years ago?
He'd have been 21.
That's not right then.
31.
No, he'd
It's
have
not
been
38.
31 years.
He would have been 31 years
31.
old. Yeah. So that makes I messed up. I said 21. He would have been I probably would have guessed 69. God
Yeah.
damn it.
You were thinking about it. I know that.
That's
Yeah,
why
but
my
the math wasn't working
I
out.
said 21, but he should have been 31. Yeah. My bad.
Who's up? Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
It's me.
How's those avocados?
Hold on a second.
Skechers.
I'm doing my math now, so that's 65.
68.
It's my turn. That was wrong though. What'd you say? 65?
I get to guess again. Then.
68? I'm gonna say 67. I don't need your stinking health. Actually, I did. Thanks. Is me, right?
You won, yeah.
It
Right?
is
Isn't who gets
No,
the
it
point?
just goes who went last.
choose
You
it.
went first last?
Yeah.
Okay.
Billy Williams.
Billy Williams. Mr. Cub.
Sweet swinging Billy Williams.
Billy Williams or Billy D. Williams?
Ooh.
Oh, good call.
Nope.
Cub.
Billy-
Mr.
Cub.
Cub.
Mr. Cub.
Ooh. 87.
88.
85. On the board, Glenn.
On the border.
Hot dogs.
Jesus Christ.
No buns. Eat them whole.
No, he gets them out of that hole in the bathroom stall.
These hot dogs are free.
I just can't seem to finish them.
Got him out of the garbage can at Soldier Field.
So one was really meaty.
Uh,
Mike Holmgren.
That's like a fillet.
you guys
tenderloin?
you guys ever think of just testing the glory hole one time just to see, or you don't think you'd ever take a risk?
No.
I don't think I would either. You'd have to be.
No. I'd peek over and Willie be over there.
That's what I mean. You can't do it. You can't take that risk.
Hypothetically speaking, where's said glory hole you're speaking of?
Where do you go?
Asking for a friend.
Yes. No, thank you.
for research purposes.
It's this high, so you know. You know. Oh,
Who's in there?
Well, he's got the ear. Never mind.
sorry, I couldn't help it.
Who? Ho Dinklage?
Yeah. 75.
Who we guessing here?
Mike Holmgren.
Mike Holmgren.
Oh, what was
shit.
Billy Williams' age?
85.
Oh, 85, yeah.
I'm going to go
Damn.
75.
75.
Oh, good guess.
It was my turn.
Even. No, it
75. Oh, okay.
Glenn.
It's Glenn.
Cooper Cup.
Ooh. Cooper, hold these nuts, Cup.
wasn't.
Cooper to Cup.
28.
This age came to mind right away. 31. came to mind right away for some reason. So is it right?
24, 28, 27.
30.
Damn
it.
Why did I think he was so young?
Phil Mickelson.
He's never on the field.
I knew he was in his 30s too.
Phil Mickelson.
Philly.
Well, he's a professional athlete in his prime. He's 27, right?
Philly special. Oh, that's
Who's
true.
up?
It's
Is it
you.
my
Yeah,
pick?
yeah, yeah.
Phil. 43? I don't know how the golfers are.
Damn it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused here with his age because I know I want to say he's 45.
54.
49.
It's 53.
53.
God damn it.
Yeah, I was going to guess that, but
I don't know
was
how
too
old golfers are.
The whole thing
Well,
is
because
like,
he's in the senior
hold
league.
on.
now.
No. Because when he had that run in the Masters, they were talking about how he's 53 years old. So I'm thinking it's a June birthday, so it'd be 54. Fuckers.
All right.
Wow.
So,
Man, Jim Nance, fuck him.
Thank God it's his last podcast. Jeez.
I'm getting it all out.
Hello,
Hey,
friends.
put that one back in though.
Who's up?
I think I'm first this time, right? You were first.
yeah,
I got
you're
me.
Kerry Wood.
Oh, met him, by the way.
Did you wear?
He was
Coyle?
Close. It was at Ukes.
Oh, okay. Was he signing autographs or just hanging out?
No,
or?
he came in to look at bikes. And,
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Was it nice?
Super nice.
So you've seen his driver's license?
I did not.
So I got Kerry.
Kerry Wood.
Kerry Wood. Say he's. Wait, he's not that old. Oh, yeah, he probably is. 20. I'm going to say he's 50. 50.
48.
49.
47.
46.
Ooh. Sorry, Kerry.
Last one for 6 points.
And it's Glenn?
You.
Yeah, you're up first.
Tim.
Timmy's up. Yeah, you're right. Timmy's up.
Venus Williams.
Ooh.
Yum.
You think it's Serena?
He'd say yum too.
44.
45.
46.
Yeah, it's going to go there, but I'm going to say. Wait, I'm going to say she's 41.
43. Fuck. So we get a tie.
That was great.
Oh, you tie.
Tie between Ed and Scott.
We should do an age off.
Should do it 72-foot putt.
I don't think that's fair.
Let me find one here.
Let's do an age off for break the tie.
So we got to write.
Okay.
And the closest two.
Okay.
Without going over.
Okay.
Okay. Not that I'm going to
Whatever
lose, but-
rules you want to make, we'll do it.
Yeah, but it's easier to write instead of both guessing.
Not the fucking Price is Right. What the fuck?
Well, going over.
Whatever.
Because if it closes two, but it'll break the tie then.
Yeah.
If you're both one off, if you're over, you lose.
All right. Somebody, you both know who this guy is. So
Are we guessing? Are we going to read minds or are we going to say his name?
I'm going to say his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 21. No.
Joe Piscopo.
Oh, hey, Bob, he was in our movie, wasn't he? He was in that movie.
It's an 88 mag. It shoots through schools.
Joe Piscopo, huh?
My mom hung me on a hook once.
Okay. I got my guess.
Whoever's
So
closest
wait a
without
second.
going over, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get the Jeopardy.
Oh, good, yeah. I just wrote, first name came to mind.
All right.
Ed, what'd you write?
72.
He old.
What'd you write?
69.
Oh, he got it.
Did I hit it exact?
You hit it right in the butt.
Oh, wait, I told
72.
you, you ruined my fun.
No.
Well, it wasn't good.
I was close with 69. I wrote 69.
I know it's pretty good. I almost went over. I was one day from going over.
Oh, that was
So
awesome.
Ed wins 2 weeks in a row, Ed.
Yeah, I'm on fire. Because the previous couple weeks, I got like 0 and -2.
Right.
Someone's been reading the newspaper.
So, you guys, entertainment news this week.
Newspaper? What the hell is that?
Britney Spears' family thinks she's on meth.
No.
Yep. And
God, no wonder why her ass is so nice.
Marlon Wayans got kicked off a plane.
For what?
Week. He had too many bags, and then they told him to fix it, and then the bag was too heavy or something. Or I don't know. They told him you can't take that on. You got to check it, and then he got mad. I don't know. He said the person was trying to be like too much authority. They didn't really.
That's called being an airline person. They're
don't know.
assholes.
So he made a blast. He put United Airlines on blast. Said American Airlines got him where he had to go and never fly United and all that. And I wasn't there. I know for a fact
he didn't pull a racist thing though, did he?
No,
that's good.
If you walk up with 2 bags to get on a plane, really they're gonna let you on. Onto a plane.
Yeah.
So then when he condensed them, it was probably too heavy, or the bag was too big, I'm guessing. And I wasn't there, so maybe he's totally right.
Why didn't he just?
Because I've seen a lot of airline people.
Why didn't he just pay for it and put it in the?
No, they said to check it, and he said okay. And then they told me he couldn't. That's what he said happened. So,
well, once you get past check-in, then you can usually check it again when you get up to the thing because they'll go, "Oh, that's too big," or
he
something.
told him. He said I was okay, and then they told him, "Well, you can't do." I don't know. So I don't know the whole story. So, but he was in the news for that. So that was it. That was just entertainment news. So
yeah, the whole carry-on.
It's ridiculous.
That's a joke.
It's ridiculous.
And then people get in line when they're not supposed to. And when I flew a little bit the last few months, and every time we flew out, people just only this group get up, and everybody piles into one corner and like wants to like a stampede to the line. It was stupid. It's so dumb. How about you ever hear today? Another place, the Jaguars could be the Daytona Jaguars. Maybe they want to play a Daytona Raceway. They want to put the stadium inside the middle or something and have them play there while their stadium's closed. I don't know. So that's another
kind of hard when there's a big lake in the middle of it.
Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe it's offsite. I don't have.
Is there a golf course out there?
That's Indy.
Indy has one. Yeah,
Daytona did.
Have you?
No, I want to. I might do it this year when we're there at the trade show.
Really?
Yeah. I don't have $1, so
I got Scott.
Yeah.
We'll start shaking, dude. While we're
wait, you know what? No, actually, I do have $1. Never mind. Here, give us $1 back. I forgot I have money in my wallet. Here you go. That's my $1. So, why don't we? Any other topics tonight? Anything, guys? Nope. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Maybe so.
No, I got nothing else. Le Mans got that. NBA. Oh, didn't the Raptors hire somebody?
Yes. So they hired the assist. Oh, he was his name was like a Serbian name or something. I thought. Like that.
Darko, right?
Yeah.
Were we gonna do tweets tonight?
Oh, I thought I had a bunch of
we gonna do tweets?
Yeah. When you look,
what the tweet?
Look up his name and then 3 X's. 3 1s, 3.
Oh man.
And garbage.
You're on fire over
Not
there.
really.
Willie?
He didn't pay yet.
Willie, you gotta you didn't pay? You can't shake if you don't pay.
Oh, you guys, Dark Millisec? No, I'm just kidding. Which are the Raptors? Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. So what's your anybody got tweets? I forgot to do one. Anybody got tweets tonight?
I got one.
Okay, we got tweets. Let's do it. What the tweet? I forgot to do it, so that's my fault. I was doing my list of people.
You all ready, Willie?
You got a tweet, Tim?
I might. Let me look.
Okay, so go ahead, Ed. You first.
I'll start.
Yep, give us the
It's
choices.
So, because this is relevant to today.
Yep.
You don't have the theme song?
No,
we don't have. I didn't load it to the thing. I forgot. Well, I was got.
We had a word of the day, and we haven't hit it yet either.
No, you haven't. No, you guys haven't actually.
So here it is. All of those golfers that remain loyal to the very disloyal PGA in all forms will pay a big price when the inevitable merger with LIV comes. And you will get nothing but a big thank you from PGA officials who are making millions of dollars a year. If you don't take the money now, you will get nothing that takes place and only say how smart the original signees were.
So we guess first.
I'll give you 3.
Give us the guess first if we want, and then you give us 3 after.
Okay.
If nobody gets it. So
okay.
And we got to guess who this is. So we did it last week, I believe.
All right. Anybody want to guess that is?
Phil
Mickelson? No.
You got to guess Tim? Who guessed that?
Glenn.
You did, Glenn?
Tim did.
Oh, you guessed Phil?
I didn't.
It's like that didn't sound like Tim. I wasn't looking though.
So fucking done.
That's why I like him on the show.
Rory said that.
That is not Rory McIlroy or Rory Calhoun. Either one of them.
Steve Stricker.
It was not Steve Stricker.
I'm gonna guess it was someone ranting about doing it, so it's not the one guy that hates them. I'm just gonna guess Hunter Biden.
No.
Okay.
So now I'm going to give you 3 guesses. Was it Nostradamus, Edward Casey, or Donald Trump?
Trump.
Who's Ed? We all got to guess first, though.
Casey, some dead guy. He used to predict shit way back in the 50s.
So you didn't give us 3 legit choices.
Yeah.
You got Nostradamus
so it's
twice.
Trump.
Yeah.
It was Trump said that. Again, right about something. They'll probably indict him thinking he had inside information on this.
Okay, your tweet, Tim.
My tweet.
Oh my
You
God.
brought treats.
Yeah. It's a picture and it says greatest athlete to wear this number, and it's number 99.
Yeah.
And it says
JJ Watt, right?
Are you for real? Question mark is the quote.
And what's the
Oh, I know. It's JJ Watt said it. I saw the tweet. I'm gonna guess JJ Watt. If I had to guess the two, I'm gonna go with him.
It is not JJ Watt.
Okay.
who
Guess?
said that?
I have no clue.
You don't know?
No.
Do you know, Tim? Ed? A guess?
My guess, I mean, I know who the greatest athlete ever to wear that number is, but I don't know who said the tweet.
No, the reply. So it's like a reply. Who comes to mind from NBC Sports? And the guy says, "Are you for real?" Is the question. The retweet, I guess, right?
I mean, I would, yeah, I don't know. I'd say Gretzky, obviously, but
he didn't say it.
I know he didn't say it.
Right.
I got a guess, Willie?
No.
Glenn, you got a guess?
No.
Who are our choices?
All right. So choices are Chris Chelios, Ken Dryden, or Ken Reed.
My guess, Chelios.
Your guess?
I'll say Dryden.
I'm gonna say Dryden too.
Dryden.
Yeah, it's Ken Reed.
Who the hell's Ken Reed?
He's a hockey analyst.
Right.
Your tweet.
So, I mean, what was the point of that? They were trying to make it that it was JJ Watt, wasn't it?
Someone must have wrote something and wrote some other name but Gretzky.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I'm
guessing.
thinking it is.
I saw it with Watt, and Watt did respond and go, "What?" or something like that, or I don't know what it was. I
Yeah,
can't
it's
remember, but
Not even
I
close.
know.
This is so out there. I'm gonna give you some help here.
Jack Black.
Last night I had cereal with milk for the first time. Life changing. This person is on E, and their influence.
And I heard this too, and I can't
So did
remember.
They're on E.
This is in 2018.
E is like the entertainment network.
It's
Kardashians?
Kardashians. Is it one of them?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's got to be.
You
Chloe.
know,
I'm gonna pick Chloe.
I would think Chloe eats ice cream, puts rice on it.
Kim.
I'm gonna say Kim also.
Yeah, I'll say Kim as well.
It's Kylie.
Cool.
How does she not know what milk and cereal tastes like? People we're listening to in our life, so I can make decisions on makeup and who to date and everything.
How to bleach your butthole
and how to work hard.
Wow.
Can you send me that TikTok?
The asshole bleaching one.
I still think my favorite meme from them is when they're at Dodger Stadium and they're all throwing out the pitch, and it says, the first time the Kardashians ever held white balls in their hands.
Oh, there was that one basket.
Blake Griffin's not really
No,
white.
Kim was married to that guy. For
Humphreys.
Chris Humphreys for like a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe she didn't hold his balls. She didn't cup them right. She
So-
didn't dunk on him.
Closing thoughts.
I don't know where to go now.
Ed.
All right. So the other day I take the young guys over to Culver's. We're in Grafton working. I get up in the front of the line, and the girls, there's a young girl up there, like 20, and her name's Summer. And I'm like, watch this. I'm gonna be a dork. Hey, are you named after the season? Just being a. She goes, oh, like I've never heard that one before. And I'm like, I figured she'd get a better response than that. All of a sudden, some old lady behind us like, I named her. That's my daughter. And I'm like, oh shit, your mom's behind me in line.
Was it a stripper? You remember?
Now wait, it gets better. She goes, I didn't. What was that? Was that Willie's head?
Jesus.
It was mine.
So I'm just thinking, I was just being a dork, trying to make some conversation there. And the mom's like, I'll tell you how I named her. I was in the hospital room and I was giving birth and I was watching Baywatch and Summer Sanders was on and I named her after her. And I'm like,
So yes.
yes, exactly. That's why I was like, holy shit. I had to write that down. I was like, guys, get the order. I'm going out the car to write this story down because it was so off the wall.
Guys, I'm going to the toilet. I got show material.
Oh no!
Bring my lunch to the bathroom.
Oh no!
Again, Ed?
This girl looked nothing like Summer Sanders.
She have summer
the mom
teeth?
or the daughter?
Neither one. You could put them together. They were.
She has summer teeth. Summer teeth are there. And summer
Yeah, that's
more like summer sandpaper.
That's a good one.
Ouch.
Yeah, so it's just a weird situation, and I thought that I'm you watch Broad.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Glenn.
No closing thoughts.
At least she wasn't named Honey Boo Boo.
Tim,
Yeah.
we're sad this is your last show.
Yeah, it was fun. Guys are assholes.
While it lasted.
What, all of like...
I hate goodbyes.
Well, Tim, we're going to miss you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, wrong button.
Sure it was.
We're on a 3-hour show. Let's get this thing moving.
Tim, closing.
All right. So my closing thoughts. I'm surprised that this didn't come up, but Allen Iverson just turned 48. And in 7 years, because of the deal he made, $1 million on his 51st birthday.
Good for him.
Right. So smart for him at the time for making that deal, because he's taking families and the uncertainty of Reebok's financial stability at the time as well. So good for him.
Zion might need that money to borrow from.
Yeah, he might.
Doesn't Adidas own Reebok now?
No. Yeah. Oh, they might. Nike owns Converse.
Yes.
And Adidas might own Reebok. You know who just signed with Reebok? I'm surprised you didn't say anything about this either. Do you know?
I might have heard it.
Your boy.
Oh, Urlacher.
No.
Oh, Justin. Oh, I did see that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin Fields did. Yeah.
Yeah, signed a whatever you want to call it now. They didn't call it a shoe deal. They call it a sports,
Apparel or whatever.
Sports marketing.
It's a good move for them because he could be a star. He's got it.
Right.
But
try to grab those young,
get him ahead of time,
Right.
before he, has 25 offers out there for him.
He's not Mel Turpin, that's for sure. He's not a nice player.
I mean, how's Wemby? Has anybody heard like the deals?
He's got a Nike deal.
He's got a Nike deal.
He's already
Okay.
got a logo and
Okay, I wasn't sure.
It's a snail.
It's a stick figure.
It's a snail.
no, it's an alien.
It's a snail.
You guys haven't heard? It's
France.
It's an alien.
Is it?
Yeah, look it up.
Like the ones in Vegas that landed the
Kind
other
of
night,
like
they
it.
said?
Yeah, it's like an alien. Yeah,
Those guys in the
Stick
backyard.
figure. Who's that? He's so long.
Looks like the Pearl Jam guy.
almost.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
Wemby. It looks like when Mr. Burns was all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that again, guys. It sounded good.
Nope. Last show, I'm not doing it again.
Then Mulder and.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, can I take a vacation day next Sunday?
Yeah, we're not. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sure, thanks.
Yeah. So that's a closing thought.
That is.
Was he at the concert with you last night?
I don't know, but he's got a
It's
contact
like, whoa,
buzz.
man.
Not it.
So yeah, this weekend we go to Fond du Lac for our annual softball tournament and golf outing. We started a few years back, basically in honor of our friend Blade, who passed away a few years ago. So that's this Friday golf, Saturday Sunday ball. So we will not have a show next week. But yeah, that is it. We'll get do the usual Fond du Lac tourist stuff. Not much to do there. What do we do in Fond du Lac? I don't know.
Burgers and beignet.
Where's that?
Burgers and beignets.
Yeah, in
Fond du Lac.
beignets.
What's that place called?
Burgers and beignet or 1111.
Quit screaming, everybody. You're already good at that.
Very good.
Yeah.
Didn't even have to lead him on at all.
No, not at all. Burgers and beignet. That's not the name of it. It's kind of.
Can you try again, Willie? It's a number.
1111.
So I'll be there this weekend, so it should be a good time. I think Ed's not going because he don't golf. Glenn was gonna go, but he's gonna be out of town. You leave tomorrow, huh?
Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Where you going?
Herndon?
Yes.
Oh, Virginia.
And then but these two will be up there. Golf. You'll be up there all weekend.
Mhm.
We got to talk after about logistics, but we'll get into it. So yeah, So that's our show for tonight. I want to thank everybody for being here. For trying to find what I got to do here. Can't find it.
How the hell to get out of here?
So thanks to Ed, Glenn, Tim. Great last show. And Willie, thank you. I'm Scott. We'll be off next week. See you in a couple weeks, and have a good couple weeks. Thank you. And thank you.
Happy Father's Day.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate goodbyes.
Sorry, folks. Park's closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome.
Bye, Felicia.
Kids, there's Big Ben and there's Parliament.
I'd give him more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
So